24-hour economy. Yes, say ya. John Mahama ni NDC ya dream who ya kwechiri. Dina na yebe. Yebema passport officer ya juma 24/7, no break. Yebema DVL ya juma 24/7, the same for post. Inti ya titi beko juma no pa no watwe 8 hours ebebo no 9 enwumre no wapon. Na Captain Smart akọ no 9 ako see 12 a.m. 8 hours. Captain Smart airport na some million people. 12 a.m. ABC anopa 8 a.m. And she say where you adwuma anopa mane ha because na do betuma nya adwuma. Where you adwuma nwumra mane ha because ahomachi betuma nya adwuma.
A few moments later.
Let me assure you that it is not the idea of government to take public money and invest in something called 24-hour economy. No. So if you are waiting for us to bring you a document in Parliament saying we are taking so much money to invest in 24-hour economy, you won't see it.
24-hour economy. Yes, say ya. John Mahama ni NDC ya dream who ya kwechiri. Dina na yebe. Yebema passport officer ya juma 24/7, no break. Yebema DVL ya juma 24/7, the same for post. Inti ya titi beko juma no pa no watwe 8 hours ebebo no 9 enwumre no wapon. Na Captain Smart akọ no 9 ako see 12 a.m. 8 hours. Captain Smart airport na some million people. 12 a.m. ABC anopa 8 a.m. And she say where you adwuma anopa mane ha because na do betuma nya adwuma. Where you adwuma nwumra mane ha because ahomachi betuma nya adwuma.
A few moments later.
Let me assure you that it is not the idea of government to take public money and invest in something called 24-hour economy. No. So if you are waiting for us to bring you a document in Parliament saying we are taking so much money to invest in 24-hour economy, you won't see it.
24-hour economy. Yes, say ya.
On this platform that churns out nothing but the truth,
right?
That all the flyers in circulation with the pictures of our national chairman Johnson as Edwin Ketia, Joyce Muktari, Bauer, spokesperson to John Mahama, Kwaku Boahen, Joseph Yamin, Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, with various quotations as attributed to them on the 24-hour economy, are all fake news.
They are
fake news.
Let's watch some small video. And so that we can comment. Let's watch this video.
Bread and butter issues is the 24-hour economy.
The 24-hour economy.
Very well.
The 24-hour economy. We're talking about infrastructure. He said that look, we must continue with our program to have every regional capital having an airport. He's talked about the need to have in agriculture to have farm banks.
So I keep asking
cooperatives. So
Wakaso about 24-hour economy. Obi. Meno Wakase. Watch it for him watch it after 6 p.m. Nipas, is it the regular practice?
maybe because there is no demand.
Absolutely. So
at that time.
So you have to stimulate that demand.
You have pharmacies that are operating 24 hours. They provide security at a cost. President Mahama says the state will take that responsibility to provide security for you. Fuel stations no longer run 24 hours, except few.
So if I hold on. I'm just trying to understand. So if I should open my business at night, I shouldn't pay for security.
No, yes, the state
governments will pay for security for me.
That is what the President Mahama says.
Is that possible?
No, President Mahama says that we are going to focus on private entities, particular manufacturing and industries. He made mention of even fuel stations. He made mention of pharmacies. The responsibility to maintain security in the state is the responsibility of the police. And the reason why fuel stations, only few, have been closed at night happened under their administration.
How is that so?
President Mahama says is that, look, we will provide security for industries and businesses who apply to take advantage of the 24-hour economy.
And governments will pay for security?
The government will provide security. What are the police there for?
Do we have the money for that?
Don't we have police officers who can patrol the streets?
No, but you're talking about security. I mean, a lot of these businesses have their personal security.
I am saying that the president says that that personal security, which you spend so much money, for which reason you can run your pharmacy 24 hours, the state is going to take that responsibility. That is the 24-hour economy.
At what cost?
Oh, at the cost of the state.
sa 24-hour economy no enti eno no ye be ne say ye be identify sectors ye be to me aboa omo with revenue, with resources, with even technical knowledge, with security. Na yaboa omo ebia factory bi ana company bi with free zones. Na yaboa omo na omo to me asesa because ebia omo machines nkrapo no ebia capacity no eni ho and say ye recalibration be inti it will be carefully examined and then the companies and our factories and our business establishments are able to me adjustment no ye apart from that no so no labor and conform be ye adwuma no say ye in hyehyɛ emra say emra sesa into even policies and laws ni nyina no ebesisa to realign into nyoma bebre be sisa nhyehyɛ ye be ye nhyehyɛ bebre but the basic idea no say instead say wo be ye be ye adwuma 9 to 5 no ye hye say ye be twe aye adwuma 9 to 5 7 to let's say 12 and then 1 to let's say 6 now yenya more employment yenya more resources and revenue yenya more products and a bigger market especially for your export into ye betumi ahwe poultry ye betumi so ahwe some aspects of farming and some production. Yeah, that's it. This is the idea. I know ye ma ye na wasena ye mfa wo de no ensi.
Aba be the 40 day. Our
24 hours economy.
Na sa de no o ti ase.
24 hour economy no. Oni obi ati ase. Very very simple. Sisi ase ya buy about 10. Ekobot 10. Abona ekobot 10. Ya pon another president another program it was wa. It's another 24 hours na yakọ anim. Arambwa. Ya pon mama pon show na. Still on eda ho. Arambwa. Who put my studios? Na sada from 10 to 11.
Yeah, go off.
Mon pon but another political program enkoso biom. Another Arambwa.
It can be 24 hour economy.
That's sada so host here.
Na sada so be politics.
Yes, no so host near to aso. Ono so pon pa na omo mudi ona musaba. Na yakọ anim. Still no pon. Obi amfiri ase na ase ejuma ne to aso a.
Na ye pon.
Mon pon but a program is program ne pon Arambwa. Program ne pon ya pon sisia empefo ta omo twen na ka o se nya ta no bebri because on se me kura book na me buy say 1 hour na 2 hours na ya to aso and 12 2 and ya pon ya ekofie
na mo so pon na fofraba the politics throughout
nya policy say bia another the fofro peace FM me say mo this way mo blah 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 sa we sin na no na omo so bon wudowuro na say ejuma na ekoso and never my economy yet me able to con yet
24-hour economy no the ayaba ni say aban ebecha electricity boa ewo from kura edi ama enyuma yefo a mo beba adwuma anajo no ma be ya adwuma enti mo amoye fundraise mo amoye welders mo amokura cars ni ne amanema mo hia electricity pa no mo penufo na mo adwuma emfaso abamu a mo be sign na mo ba adwuma anajo use electricity a na ne boa eden akofom wo mo ya iron rods ene ya mo use anyamawode kese no mo be ye mo adwuma anajo a wo be hu se anyamawode bo be kofom pa aboamo ama mo anya mfaso na maburu no so wo mo anya adwuma ai
megidi yesese party no to meet na sena mutwiro se senior be kono na munyina ma no eye ba ko a megidi se be boa yen
o me prof nche wu ababa
na wa adwen na kasa na onye correct internet
there be prof
the eyes cannot see what the brain does not know
with the prof with the
I think I've just been insulted
but
that's the same that's the same
24-hour
All right. It's here for my money now. Have my mama at the bar another edition of Political Zone program. So, Mr. Safi, no, I join me with TikTok. Mr. Mo TikTok no. The boy tap uja comment or send the rules. Ebeboa. Ama afoforo so ehunu se ma ba live. Mr. Mo and the program no very very important. And the program no so no to me woman I make us a power woman. Intimate stress one more any omo ye adwuma wa Albright me hu Messika me hu Chick Onash me hu Patrick Mabe me hu mo am wo su ni na me hu me sra mo mom koso tap screen so mame user 1741 Larasi Malam Fuseni you are welcome. Lady Fox in Anache so me da say Moro Kabori me da say Father Francis me da say Norenda Nyako, my sweet girl, how are you? Nana Hannah Bedu me da also say wa joining Anache Samabodi. God is good. Kofi Pepra Benny Linda Owusu David Ofair Bishop so I join am me quite so I join Simi I join John Ability today me so be joining. You are usually here with me. Victoria Haiti, me da also as Sophie. Miss Elendate, Miss Elendate, that's a minimum no. That's a minimum pa me. Time minimum na ni din yet Mrs. Elendate. They say ni din yet Mrs. Elendate. They nyame ase. Efiaba Dumas, also that's it. Donette Potter, welcome. Khadija Kwanzaa, thank you for joining. Robert Boache, Michael Johnson, Nicole Kapenga, thank you. Ima Fresh, Medawase Joyce Edu. Get outside with okay. And also Wambio. Amachik Akwesi Medase na Vera and Chidebra Medawon so as so join a Jumo Mehun Koswa Naboame Nana Papebi Medase na me bra Karen Mr. Amon share page in the mama why Mr. Mufi and the program no here Derek Dan so Christiana Poku Sobaron Medase Agnes Apia namesake Medase Dina Obubi Anthony Ato Art Medase Celia Medase Charles Comey Yedase Abena Susie also have Valentine and our Valentine Felicia Amazing Grace Medase Ediokon Wembio Alice Stephen Opukua Josephine Ba Madame Swasi Ronaldo Medase Pachomo son tap na mon cher mamena afofro sun to me who Bob Zero I say I'm here Bob I see you thank for sharing Mensa Brompa me uncle today Unkwa Construction house Michel Divine Beauty they say what dog give me divine mean who the fact that we legal wife name say you fool and as they say Odobro for so around what Mensa Brompa my boy they call the Michel I believe it's Albright they didn't come and that I believe say that will be it for now. Young call YouTube ni Facebook na young call domo so much na fe yanto so Facebook ni YouTube patch so one like it page na wahame but most important so person me ma shout out and I mean who say oh sha yes so to me ja comment when ja comment here me who say oh share me and that is the fact so when ja comment here me who ja comment here machine be ya me ama me who say we ja comment also na so many when I didn't come back first na show me that say from Facebook Patient Damson from Facebook me that say 008 born 5 also say it is possible me that say now sure maybe or say NDC men lying the women also join chai useless people are running Ghana. I so much agree with you. Nane no ama me pacho. Nane no ama if you are listening to me, please. I don't know how to contact you. I know we had a WhatsApp, but I don't think say the WhatsApp I mean you should say no. Me pacho say oh TikTok on kwa na nampacho team yi pa na nenu ama me pacho cause endra me try ya say me hu baby a wona me no credit nkomo me ntumi me pacho me nim say oh hwe inti na nenu ama 4199 me pacho bio baby a wo biara ko TikTok na ko inbox na power number keke jam me ankasa me frɛ me pacho p because me person be say you want to talk to me and I'm ignore me pacho me ignore ye endra me try ye say nka me call me old stuff mo kra na nka me to me ehu e bia old number bia na bibi na ma contact but anya adwuma nti mesrɛ na nenu ama mesrɛ so me nka Felix apia na make say pe kwanya obeja me message say na wo Facebook a come inbox me Felix apia political zone jam me number keke wo de jam me number just and then I will leave the rest to me. Why? Me patopi ebebo me. Oh, okay. America man, mensa yedase pa. Me for me at the bar political zone. So ne and come be brave or why me person me no more time obe mo me no more between na time am be musu akakra me to me no more akomu no na me no more akoni ni na for one, Muhun say my page oh my God. Beauty divine. And then cost no. There's a more problem pa they say. Most mama odobro ni yekuna ni biwo. Okay, yate. Mama nenya mama. Lumba. Onipa de obetumi asa ote ase a on. Ote ase anu asiesie wachi. Cause unim da obekọ. Na unim okoso ade a wachi beye. because I never would have thought it never crossed my mind say a day in Ghana's life beba the topic of discussion would be why no so you kuna. But in all no, I also think say sa shakara kakra akoso about sa ade we no e de adusunya bebraba o anamu hu sa e de adusunya bebraba especially ye maame no I believe say from now onwards no bebrebe take your mawari very very serious omo fa nye like omo fa ni agro and I believe say we used to be side chicks so say one for nani no mo hu say baby a wututu na economy sure so ni baby a wudisi. So in all I think say it's just a funny experiment. I just didn't think say like about yet to this level where like a busier say you go now all of a sudden. This is that divine. He said, you know, I'm gonna stop and I say, of course, give me that information and let me continue. Tell me to me any power. I mess my me baby. I thought that Miriam who could see. I thought that no more because my favorite character when the course in the name Ebusia penny to pack. The one that this idea no man. Papa no to send any money yo on finish no dinner muna hey na papa penny yo to pack na yo there. Ghana pa. Oh tell me mama information there. You know cost an encos okay Giles say cost pa oh sir about me so almost say normal day. Pepe be ABAN. Because I know that there is a problem. Yeah, because I know say there is no way on Bema Kwanza once there is an injunction. Unless said the almost no Omonsaka, I said the near a homo to take it could do Kumasi, a kama you Timodo Bruni for you. A year at time for 2 years, ya plan a year muscle. Oh, Ghana, my beloved country. But I love it all the same. All right, Charlie Mama, you get it serious and get to more business. 5 people are picking in. Come in, right? One more picking. You guys should come in. Come in and support. Linda ni. Linda, there's a Matthew. Yeah, chira wako Captain Band or do Bruni no more. Yes, omupusu kura empusu. Hey. Ada o support oposu ampofu. Opofu amposu and I said there now support. Anyways, it's for Endra me baba here live be. Ofriata me ma kwaba. Endra me be here live be na unexpected. And the reason why I'm be here live no was because of information be and to be honest, I was very, very, very disturbed. I was very, very disturbed because NDC for Charlie, sa party no problem umu. Sa party no problem Mekasa problem woman na me patre woma
number 11.
I will show you say your mindset and a problem with NDC. When him say Endra, maybe a program na make us say there is a reason why Intia John Mahama is the president.
And I'll say it frankly, we had an
Samokaya make us ask them no. So there's a reason why Intia John Mahama Ghana for president, and that is because he understands the minds of
and the transia or no kwaka.
He understands the minds of most Ghanaians. And no to me catch a Ghana for the now say Ghana for the short memory. Because now we're gauging who say Ghana ni you be a wusi school man and any beso. Ghana ni you be a would the Nebako school and any beso. Most Ghanaians will like the daily bread. The obedi na adia chekrana se wenye bi ani kura wo de mani bi ne, and that is how John Mahama seen Ghana citizens to be, and he plays to that gallery. And untiendra me besamacha me video be trending about 14K, and it is because say the me can you because say nyansa ye de wo he me say Mahama is the president for a reason, because he understands the mindset of Ghanaians. Because onon kwane tumika bibia ope. Oka bibia se nyansa wom se nyansa nim. Still Ghana fo ni bi asum ni omohwini no e bon se perfume. Even though so womunim say eniame bi a John Dramani Mahama de agugu akwan mu, it is impeding on them. Still, they see it as a sweet aroma from a fresh perfume. And that's a big problem we have in Ghana. Mami Papa, Ghana na entumi nkosro, entumi mano. That is the problem. Nana do be di ade no, or identify certain problems of Ghana. No, ohun say, enkwada bebre entumi nko school due to financial barriers. Into okase oba, obema school are free, especially yomo kan say secondary school. Tie nanadu nim say secondary school no be man kwada bebre apasenti no. Or say kwada ne pass wi a edia no omode ye den, edia no omode ko Sabio University. Sa wo maame ne wo papa niska. Sa wo ofa bi ni net, sa wo na na bi ni kokoa. Untumi nya loan na wo di akọ school as in the tertiary level. So Nanado in his own mind said there be empendifo amodwene yeye montina senwene na yemfa bibi mra na emmeboa Ghana. Enu nti MP before kwa agina a wo ba back no. Omo se bibi a your friend student loan trust fund. Yen structure ni ye, yen put ni ye. Study ebeya se nkoda ni free access. Na wo mu bewura tertiary a ye tumi de ye Ghana card unhia twe. Wo maame ye ni kwanse okoton ne ntoma. Eni kwanse o papa koton ne boga ku pali chains ne there bi. Yes if I wan kasa wo Ghana card say. Fa wo Ghana card say. Fako. Fa o Ipswich card. Fako. Register. Utie na apply. Wo apply o first semester no e university no wan kasa tua. But the second year no wo mra no aban ni betua first year na the first term na utua ye no as ye tua the rest of your school fees for you as in the university fees until time abeden ube school. Kade oba Canada ha. Canada na metinti me the Canada na beye mfanto ho. Chataka oba Canada ha. Metumi aka say over 85% of the people omutumi called university was through ABAN loans. Yeah, the ABAN loan and a cool school. Na wako school na wie no. Na wa start ye den 8 and kakrakra. Enu nti na do so a watena broche ne dwene so okay sad ya. Yanti student loan trust fund. For Ghana card bra beji loan. Uji loan ni we afako school. Uye school a first year untia. Wo ya wo national service wie. Na ya tabi when ya juma wo ye no. Na wa start tuetu an kakrakra. Uti na utuetu an kakrakra. Said ye be ya unu anom ebe apply no so no ye nya bi dia mom no so mo dia ko school. Canada ha the same system. But ade bi ye me wan kakra. Se utie Ghana fo a Boss Road asemo ye tai kan se ye pese Ghana ye se brochire menim se so what bi dia ba me de mate saa ye pese Ghana ye te se brochire Ghana be ye te se brochire a enye snow na ebeto wo ho no there bi eye ebrochire for systems ya wo mu use a eboa no eno ne ye betumi implement wo Ghana na ma Ghana adane ebrochire eno ti se first no se na wo ma me ni sika ona na ni snit ana mo ni koko bi a wo university ko eye den ma na Akufo-Addo say saade na amanonefo ye no yaso yen copy bi na emmeboa Ghana ni ena me no woka say said the American na wongindi na wo gwen say me ye MPP ni nti na me twa atora mesrew whether you are MPP NDC or whoever fa phone na crowd no fa laptop na crowd no but student loan trust fund Ghana student loan trust fund mesremo student loan trust fund Alibaba, de biya na meka se NDC fo nyansa no den se mo beti ase. Me pacho me betena ha. Obi atese me se Nana Akufo-Addo na di student loan bag na. Me pacho sa na maka. Is that what I said? Mr. Mo, just correct me if that's what I said. Mr. Mo, me betena hey. Alibaba wunti na make say you, Mr. Jina Homen Kawai. Me Jimmy. Mr. O, did I ever mention anywhere, both YouTube, Facebook, Obi a me? Muti say me ka say, adi a your friend student loan, nanado ene de bag na. Muti say me ka bi bisa. But then I'm me say nanado ba no. Obe structure ni in a way say ye be mu number 1. Emma instead of say the o maami ana wo papa ni snit ni ska ni ntoma untumi nkono ye te fa Ghana card pebra. In any case, any part of the send the bet me aka tell me say John Mahama time on your student loan papa di go school. Ali Baba tell me one. Because one more time, students couldn't even go for any student loan because the government nankasa any citizens na bank loans just like they are doing now. If any part of the was saying any part ultra trend and coupon undi any part of the was almost John Mahama 2013 to 2016 or to me called university are buying a tree and a car or school. It's never true. This is the problem with NDC that I have. Adiana no kre enye. Nanso me party inti ma men cover so na men kase and I miss me party ye bibi when you know it didn't help you. I don't get that part of politics they do in Ghana. Mean to our politics na say. That type of politics no mo in Ghana no. I personally don't understand. When NDC was in government, me NDC ni. But NDC was government no. Se me maame Anton Ntoma. Se me maame ni Senate. Me papa ni Senate. Se me nana ni koko bi a me di besi awowa. Ede na nanka wo de kwaji loan no. Mesramu, ede na nanka we wo de kwaji loan no. What did you take to collect your loan? Ali Baba, what was your guarantor? Because every loan has a guarantor. So since you don't say Oko School 2014 with student loan, it will be done as a guarantor. How did you get your loan? Okoya now say I've started university. I don't have anything. I don't have to prove anything. Give me money and let me go. And your man will start 2014 and I would go school. Is that what you are saying? Is that what you are saying? Ali Baba, let me help you. No. Sorry, Shaq. I just want to let him know how stupid he is. Say, man, you say, yeah, you jina hanu ye betena keke kasa. Samu NDC for nyanse ni mutrim na dia mo mpani for ne beka kire mu bia mo befa so a me yema de sa me the fact ni begu animu ase me the fact no e begu animu ase na obi ehunu say we be jina asa wo kan kwase asem keke we be jina asa wo jimi keke. There is nothing important, there is nothing serious in what you are saying. Because me pacho so si Oko School 2014 2015 I then no dey call you guarantor. Me pacho Akufo-Addo student transfer loan na abey. Do you need a guarantor? Do you need your mother's information? Do you need your grandfather's cocoa? Do you need your mom to go and sell her properties in order to take you to school? No. So how the fuck do you come and sit on a platform? Jimmy na kwasiakeka. It says what is wrong with NDC people? I still don't know what is wrong with this particular people. And when you tell them someone ya kwasi ampafwa, Mr. Felix, and who did attempt? Now Jimmy ya no amatem saying. This is faster than you have to say, you have to do my one my body amenity. You need the hot pass. You said I say Jimmy for no be who you say Jimmy for, so we don't take responsibility for anything. My betra me ma information. We be jina u chatro. Me bisa say e dia na wo dey guarantee untumi ma. Umo jina say me ma accurate information ni mo no. Me like I'm rather the one lying. And your politics, so if you people think this is politics, it's not politics, it's stupidity. Ali Baba, so what didn't say, hey, politics, so let me go on the page and write something. Maybe he will notice me and mention my name, or he will notice me and say something. Hey, Jimmy, the Jimmy, no. To know the truth and still be an idiot like Nana K.O. Jinawe. Say unim no kura na wayo hu odwan tell me NDC ni intimi me odwan NDC dey papa say nyansa e won krofo tirim no ebi ni yetirim because omo wo nyansa no NDC form nya adwuma na omo wo nyansa NDC dey omo ye adwuma anka Kospio Gabrat na ho e ma okudata block a e na ye foreign minister. Actually, say you use your admission letter. What the admission letter? Kwasia at the core bank 2014 at the core loan school. Block that fool. Block that fool. Idiots like this don't need to be on my page today. I was trying to give him a chance. I thought he would reason up, but he's not reasonable. Just like all the NDC members are. Kwasia kekane Jimmy Samonkwa. You couldn't even pay workers in 2014. You are saying, say, student got student loan to go to school. How? They are not doing harm. And this is for they are not doing woman to them. I am maybe I am some more yen and I do, and never and another to the baby. More brega now. No talk cry and talk us can you near the atobi. Motonwa yen talk. And the project here, and says, and this for Tiaka, Nagana for Yason Faswin in Aloma and the day, Omo collapsing in. Yes, he can continue. We end this Nintino, even though Sanka agenda 111 go to me, we are, and can be our girlfriend be, O sister be, Unia baby, maybe, Ebenya hospital, Akoye Juma, was see a politics intino, or government say on continue, Ujina ha when when you have to say your government is cutting employment here, nothing out to Abama or cutting, but so long as my government is in power, I don't care because we are in power. Now come It's a common na 2 years, 3 years, so be a miana. Now, if you know, I started, all parties are the same, all politicians are the same. There be your stupidity made you choose a college government. Your idiocy allowed you to make a stupid decision to bring John Mahama back. Se Ghana passport nebe say kra na wokoka na NDC for any age. As if say you NDC for passport. And you say be MPP for passport. I don't know why some party no reason no out of space. NDC for nyansa womade no. It is out of this world because sometimes they make certain decisions, they say certain things, and then you sit back and say, hey, they to was no, sit down. Because when you kwasiam penny, what buy kwasiam penny na gobu, kwasiam and now waba wako school. Onyani now. Call mask can when you na kodana kefi na brabo achinya kwechiri 1 year. Ujina defend NDC. Unyimi onya kwasia. Onya bua America ujina wo jimino. Onya bua se wankasa wo badachi. You are willing to throw away the future of your daughters, your sons, just to protect your political party. You are an idiot. Men to say, Jimmy, I am kwasiasam. Jimmy. And this is funny, baby. No, my Jimmy, Dodo. You have to be on your politics, sir. I am kwasiasam. My party is NDC. I was an NDC teacher. When I was an NDC teacher, the government that I belonged to couldn't pay my salary. 2013 to 2016, the government I love, the NDC, didn't pay my salary. Fast forward, we are in 2024, 23, 22, 21. Regardless of how hard the economy was, regardless of how expensive things were on the market, the government found a way to pay each and every worker in Ghana. The government found a way to recruit. Then naturally, my government comes to power. First and foremost, he promised me job. He comes in power and tell me, say, oh, Jumana me can't say me debema 24 hours no. Unfortunately, me ni who paper. It may be 10 tax if you want to Ejuma na meka say 2026 and kame fam wo ejuma mu no. 2026 budget no so me dey ashemu say me fam wo ejuma. Yes, I love NDC, but me NDC no say oh mama ejuma. Me mpe MPP who ye me. Yet me ye teacher. Na now the time no ye tua me sika ni na ma me. Market ya na eba. Me teachers allowance one why never correct. But me pay MPP, no problem. That is not my party. I don't care. A human I'm a call here until once I'm a teacher, the government must pay me. So I'm an NDC teacher and they must pay me. So they paid me. However, when my NDC government came, my NDC government said he cannot pay me. He cannot recruit me. Yet, nipa da seni or say, ye won no, sebi yo chim na, sebi, abosomi nkunanti ya de wo no say, abain na, oye mabain, when tuya me salary amba me, one family adwuma mu no, oye papa, abain papa ba, echi di amempe na asemu, nensu tuya me ka, eyenkwa siade. That is not politics. Oh, when in a wo no. When in a wo no, and this ni kwa siampeni ya wo cheme. Hey, when in a wo no. MPP need bitterness and time, bitterness and time. MPP for bitterness and time. I ain't yafe. When in a wo no, and then nani yetimu no. Yani ya wu Ghana for ni na shame. Shame on you. Ghana for ni na shame. SHPPY. Shame on you people. A government couldn't provide you electricity. That government didn't employ you. One kasa wa pe kwan bi. Oya bebunu. Oya oba eni amemu eden ma. NDC aban wo hono wa ma wadwuma. One kasa wa pe kwan bi e create say. Oba chichiri ice cream kakra. Ice cake kakra. Na obi a woni ni tifie. Anti abena neba wo Italy enti or the tabletop fridge ni bi abre no enti wo chechire a na wo di akoshem echili kulu a na wakotu na wakoton said ye be ya ubenya bibi kakra edie na wo mma benya bi edie na mpo no wanya bi de atua wo be school fees John Mahama ba ye no kane enti Maame na no de ne fridge ma wa wo de woni ama shemu no ne fridge ne say because of dum so nti fridge ne say Emma wo ice cake kakra na wo ton no wo ice cake kakra na wo ton no wo ice cake kakra na wo ton because the fridge ne say enti no ebo Emma wo be ye bobo Emma wo be sresre na wadi Ama boy bi ana wo mpe na nimu kura hwe wakokoto ho ya ama ya wo wagombia ya ma wa here 50 cedi aban fofra onye wa ban aba wa makania na gina so amenne enye obi fridge m ena wo de ice cream ke ko hye One kasa wetumi aye because kania ni gina so ntino wetumi aye no kakra sa de ato one kasa wudi freezer kakra bi eno na ade ye adwuma first na nanka wo ton ice cream de omode cup shemu no edua omudi shemu no abelewos na oton abelewos ene ice cake esanse wonya deep freezer ntino na wo de abijan ne kakra hyenchen temu ni abijan nam no salmon abijan no enti ena no what the Abidjan ne kakra ho? What does it mean? Your business is expanding. First, now we talk sabio abelewos any ice cake. Esan se na do sabia adwuma obeye in the energy sector. E ma kane ani gina ye ntino. And now what to deep freezer? U business mo aye den ebie. Na oka kire me say. Aban na odi dum so begu adwuma no. Oye papa chin di oba ya obema kane agina aso na wunya bi di ye adwuma na wutumi to deep freezer wabodam dambo when yes me I support MPP and this there be dambo what said that say woman wadwene ye adwuma na adi gimi eno anu no me asem we me to sebe no kre Me hear adwuma with radio station. First no na at least omama me announcement nen kakra. And now doom so ntino. Programs ni bebre ya bekati firi ho. It's na ye news. A few important programs. Na ya den kaya na ye a announcement. About 6 was a 5:30 okona. Eya ebusia penny to park. Or say or the idea ma eye odobro ni phone na momebo ano na eye ni ye. Eno no. It is na we media person. We show kakra na with the announcement no kra na ye free wonsem. We a movie actor. We a Chris Boache. We a Christian Awuni. We a Kwakuchu Messi. And all the popology of friends saying Messi see do. Nacha idea. Chenyansa mkaze sankrofo we umu nimunyansa. Kwaku menu bo. Edia na bema Nigeria for be pegaye. Because the actors were not even putting in acting. Ti Jackie appear no many ade no se ne ebe hu mo screen so a na ye de o ma ko Nigeria omo wa power problem no ade so wo mo ko Nigeria no o ma ko acting ye nya bi ahwe. Okay, now we a production guy. I want you to look at this. And now what schedule say ubetwa video and now ukotwa movie. Baby a ukotwa movie ni ye Hotel Shangri-La. Wo de woni mi say light ni bibia abewo ho. Enu nti wa buku makeup, wa buku lights and sound, wa buku obi ateka mu a oba. Actors ni actresses ni na eba. Wo go do Shangri-La Hotel na wo expenses na when ya can no open tanka timi de adwuma no yes ya ma light off. Enu nti movie ba kwa nka mo betumi de bia 2 months etwa no na mo de 6 months etwa. Adentia. Watch a movie na wie no ye fra bibi editing and now post production. And also computer in here, computer in here the canning na here. What the command magic the work commerce and say on editing mount. And now what the command chiami kofi say on editing mount. And now do so wo honti. Ade anam ko betumi di 2-3 days I editing no. Or start ya na edum light, or start ya na edum light. Enu honti. Mwajuma as an actor, actress, as a production manager, as a producer, a cat and an emunya. Miracle films, why? Some way no quafwa, mumekan trying. Fast forward. ABAN tantan bia by MPP for mempo masem kura omo ye mehin. MPP dia mempe MPP tantan na na ekufado tantan yo and about me tantan yo yate mempe yo yate. Shadio. ABAN tantan ni mobile. Wabema kania ejina. Not only that. We're improving what we call technology. We're improving internet, fiber optics. You lay 5 out of the 6. Utie. Enuti. Say ya chi adia ya dabo adia quick say ani awie wo data na correct nkwane say ani we say oya production say wo kwa akoye movie a unkodu am ya nka nkire wo say ya ma light off enu nti ye actors no to me be ya men there is no single actor in Ghana only YouTube channel meboa Mr. Wo mo ma ye fanya nsankasa kakra there is no actor in Ghana ha Ebenezer 2016 no wo Sabutie Ebenezer Nana Yeboa Hwan Lil Wayne Hwan 2016 they were there. Now sometimes no can ya ben kra na dey charge phone. Now wait me dey could trust content no. Into one case of our journey to home. E ya den na Ebenezer no wo 2016. Obeti Ebenezer sebe ube usa Ebenezer actia. Na ya chichiri wi ahye na no ya na rasta man eno nkwa ni role ano oye but ene aban ne ba ya wo be ma kane ye be gina ye no ma technology ni niama advance ye no internet no to me ye more reliable no almost everybody in Akabinizer's camp has a YouTube channel. And you'll be amazed. People patronize these YouTube channels. It is a way actor. Ma unyansa anye adwuma. Fa party sem no to wona ma unyansa anye adwuma. Me ye MBC na so ma ban wona me nya kane anye adwuma. Intima adwuma call form. Me nya MPP ni na so MPP ba ye kane ni gina intima adwuma call soro. Is that so hard to know? Is that so hard to understand? Ghana for, is this so hard to understand? Now add the intina. Skits na also because the microphone that data check. What is a year bro from Kwana Yeshana? Maybe that. Akabiniza nominated Bachinum, Emilia Brobenum, 1 year movie no, now one they told YouTube near there. And you web bro Kwana Yeshana, there be. These are changes your government couldn't bring. And you sit there and you talk nonsense because you are in power. So even if what is going on, a proud you are in power and you don't care about it. You are in a creative art space. Now, had you, there was not a single law protecting the creative arts. Unfair. Hey, I'm John Domelo. I'm here, John Domelo, me a Kasum scenario. Mina me yes say, mina me na Nadia Buhari. Yet, a Jumana Wokono, there is no single law protecting it. There is no reasonable law protecting you, the actor, the actress, you, the singer. There is nothing like that. Now, we a rapper. We a high life musician. We a fine. Now, we're buku with Buddy Roro. Now, Roro, catch us at 3 p.m. Ufra Salaja. All the way to Awoshi. Oh, condition Roro. Udruwa Roro say, oh, yeah, do me like TNU. Because I told you, me, I recorded my album during the Doomsaw time. I recorded with Apietus. I recorded with Voltage. I recorded with Morris Babyface. I recorded with Sugar Tone. I recorded with JQ. I recorded with B Bright. I recorded with Kill Beat. I recorded with Mix Master Gazi. And those times, over your plans that will go studio. What should I know? Because you don't know when you're trying to work home. Unya chance grand work home. Now, what could do on your catch now say, or car of a buy your car because Omedum light. Mekai say, baby, mene prayer. Eko Shiawo appear to studio. That's an me high life be. You know, some high life music that I was doing with we appear to. And because of light off, the moment I got there, he was working with prayer and the light went off. When the lights went off, that means that anyone that is coming after prayer, your day is messed up. So, if you are sensible, I'm an actor, I'm an actress, I'm a musician. A government came, there was power outage for 4 years. So it affected my trade. Another government comes and fix that energy crisis. So you are able to act. You are able to put your things online for people to consume because people have what? People have electricity, people have the data, people have correct internet to access your materials. And you tell me that as a human being who reasons, the time you could not do your function as an actor because of power outages is proper and better than now that you are able to act because there is power there. Hey, Jimmy, and Nyansa, I'm sorry. There is nothing sensible about that. Nyansa, there's not an ounce of sense in that kind of reasoning. Now, let me start off by saying that Nanado eba ye no. Obeton challenges. Obeton dum so. Teachers that have not been paid. Omo ayen recruit too. So many issues and Nana Ghana was going through. Okay. Now he finds a way. Say odebe fixes many nina kakran. Enunti no crash say edu 20 yamfan say 2020 and sana corona ebe take full effect no. Ghana was doing good. And you can check it from every way that you want to check it. One currency or mokawa semi dollar or mokawa semi. So we are Ghana near my mimisa question. We are Ghana near. The question is very simple. Say Ekufuado eba ye no. Ena nanka yamfa ne say dollar na da let me say 1 to 1. And or the call 16 near there a different. Okay. Ebio because say Bawumiane Nanado etumi boa wo mo ho eso adwuma no mu eso dollar no mu ntino unless you are a witch or wizard. You can check how much the dollar was to the cedi in 2020, 2021. I want you to check it out. 2020, 2021. That is 5 years after Nanado's government. And when we went to campaign 2020, you did not hear NDC talk about exchange rate. They couldn't talk about exchange rate. 2020 election, NDC couldn't talk about inflation because there was nothing like that. It was single digits. I'm serious. So indeed, the coronavirus and the Russia-Ukraine war, which every normal country admits has hampered their economy, played a major role in the debt the Nanado government took. However, Nanado ya say, Obe making sure say anya tre kra the obi ababeko school. Enunti oye hu adwuma. Ohun say adwuma hu behia. Enti o say me agenda 111. Sorry, one district, one factory. Again, agenda 111 because announce for behia baby on bed on the practice it. So Nanado was not only tackling exchange rates. Nanado was tackling roads. Nanado was tackling infrastructure. And don't see every secondary school in Ghana got something built in their school in order to enhance free education. While he was doing Sanyama Weninano, Nanado made sure say, unfair Jumayeni second needs no bad day, Obetia Jumaya Foka. He paid them and even gave them allowances. Then we sit down for NDC to package a rotten goods. And Niama I say, Utie, Yatrama NDC for a repackage John Mahama. Edna Brian say, John Mahama is rather the savior of Ghana. How? How does that even make sense? Somebody who had the opportunity to rule for 4 years. While he was going, salaries were not paid. Recruitment was not going on. Debt was ballooning. Deficits were high. We go and bring him again, say, he has this champion one called 24-hour economy. 133. That is going to be used to transform Ghana. Yesterday, this was the reason why I even came online. In the manifesto of NDC 2024, they said they will build a women's bank. they said they were going to make sure that every youth in Ghana through what? Through the 1-3-3 formula. This is what NDC promised us. And we believed it and voted for them. Cool job. Now watch this. NDC comes to power. Okay? The youth are expecting say, yedi adwuma ne bema omo. Sa 24-hour economy no. E mebru ni hwe ni mu say adwuma ne beba. John Mahama could read in the first budget for parliament here. Or say he does not even have the policy document to do what we call 24-hour economy. Meanwhile, the president at the State of the Nation's address had told us, say, the 24-hour economy is going to start at the passport office. Meboa. You can't tell them, say, you people think it is an insult. No, that's who they are. They have deliberately decided to be stupid and morons. That's what it is. And that is what they are doing. The NDC had just decided not to let their brains work. Why am I saying this? 24-hour economy is what I was banking on to transform my life. The government reads the first State of the Nation's address by the president himself. He gives you assurance, say, 24-hour economy is going to start at the passport office. And that day, I knew Mahama was not in touch with governance. We knew what is going on in Ghana. Utie. He doesn't know what the hell is going on in Ghana. And I'll give you the reason why. Thanks to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia government, passport could be what? Could be applied for online. Before we left office, you could apply for your passport online. You can decide not to go to the passport office. You will sit on your phone in your living room. You will apply your passport. You will send in, you will attach your pictures, and you will send it. You are even having the option, say, omu passport now. Instead of you going to pick the passport up, no, a courier the bebrel and answer moto fue the bebrel. Adentia digital address system. So the passport office, after taking your Ghana card, knows that you live on number 33 ABAN Road, Abusokai. So when your passport is done, instead of you say the stress, you can just sit at home and it will be sent to your door. A dispatcher will bring your passport without you moving an inch. All the fees that you would have otherwise gone to the bank to buy a draft or whatsoever, go to the bank and get the money to go there to pay for, you can pay for it thanks to Ghana Pay. Thanks to GhanaPay.gov. You can pay whatever you want to pay. Thanks to QR code by Dr. Bawumia, once again, you are able to pay with your QR code in Ghana. QR code, KK. QR code. You can scan your QR code to pay for a purchase in Ghana. Then a clueless president comes to tell you, say, the passport office will work 24/7. No problem. Then it came the budget. When the budgets came, yeah, you know who say you benya 24-hour economy yenya. Women's Bank yenya. As a matter of fact, 24-hour economy no. Ato force and say policy document are yede be yakra no enye ready. Na yede ase gusitando ensa. He should be the one to lead the charge for 24-hour economy. Now, Gusitando ba parliament here, all beka 24-hour economy no one no. The first one, the two Ghana said 24-hour economy nebe den pa. That was the first one. This is on the floor of parliament, House of Records. I think the 24-hour economy is going to be very difficult and capital intensive. Capital intensive church and no more thing. Ototo papa so na yeja no kwan ma ne call ye. And now I'm saying 2 months or 2 weeks time. Ono ankasa de share parliament say obedrom policy documents no mo de aye no. Oba parliament no odi bibi a friend no 24 go 24 shop 24 24 run 24 move 24 manufacture 24 clap. Just say everything they mention they put 24 to tell you say it is a policy. Now if you listen to Sammy Demfi, listen to this. I want all of us to listen to this. 1 second. Listen to this. 24-hour economy. What does it mean? Let's go.
24-hour economy. Yes, yeah. John Mahama ni ndisi ya dream hu ya kwa actually. Na yebema passport officer ya juma 24/7, no break. Yebema DVL ya juma 24/7, the same for post. Inti ya titi be kwa juma no pa. No watwe 8 hours ebebo no 9 enwumre no wapon. Na Captain Smart akọ no 9 akọ si 12 a.m. 8 hours. Captain Smart airport na Sammy Demfi 12 a.m. ABC anopa 8 a.m. And she say where you adwuma anopa mane ha because na do bit manya adwuma. Where you adwuma anwumra mane ha because ahomachi bit manya adwuma.
A few moments later.
Let me assure you that it is not the idea of government to take public money and invest in something called 24-hour economy. No. So if you are waiting for us to bring you a document in Parliament saying we are taking so much money to invest in 24-hour economy, you won't see it.
Okay. Me pacho we sunyame na mekaye. Minister for Government Business, and as I'm friend is saying, majority leader, Ayarega, go to your hometown, and came. Sammy Demfi say 24-hour economy. And she say, yeah, John Mahama na buying a ye. Yeah, say, so yeah, Titico Eduma no pa, Obepon 4. Na Captain Smart about 4 to enumere. Na Sammy Demfi so abeto asu to anopa. Eza no kan. 24-hour economy. That's what Sammy Demfi just said. That's what we heard right now. Then they come to power. They first say they don't have the template. All of a sudden, Sammy Demfi say omo jine hu ankasa. Omo ba parliament, omo ba ka kire say omo ni sabi o such policy. Omo ni paper ye ne be sa policy no. Utie. Gusitando. President omo opposition no. Obema 24-hour economy e de adwuma brega na phone na. Pay bubuzela, no problem. Sammy Demfi say the 24-hour economy is carefully thought out, it's carefully planned, and it is going to generate jobs for Ghanaian youth. This was the promise. That people will be running shifts. Fast forward. They come to power. The president goes to read the State of the Nation's address, and he says, it's a president, and then they say, the 24-hour economy will start this year with the passport office. When the passport office was already running 24 hours because of the online element here. Nanado Dankwe Kufuado government brought in. Because of the online intervention, the passport office was already running 24 hours. But let's give it to the man. No problem. Then the main budget gets read. Then the budget is now telling us, oh, you can see a 24-hour economy, and so paper, you need 24-hour economy. You need, and this year, you to me 24-hour economy. Embum, you pay better tax out, Sabi, everyone, and everyone need to better tax. No, I'm a soft one need to better. No, you better tax, Amamo. And no code chain. Then, mid-year budget comes inside. Then Gusitando appears in parliament again, this time with a figure. Then Gusitando tells the whole Ghana, say, in order for Ghana to do the what? The 24-hour economy, we must invest $4 billion. I want to say, no, forget about the 24-hour economy. It's not going nowhere. That very day, Gusitano was in his northern mosque. That smoke, no? That smoke, no, much and the fugu, no, much and no, share. And we did our parliament. And he told the whole parliament, say, Ghanaians would need $4 billion in order for us to operate 24-hour economy. Oh, wow. Bear in mind, this is a country that barely, the 3 billion, their MPs could part on 3 billion. China has to go and be our guarantor. China guaranteed for us. And Paiba can oporiata akwanchira no the offer one son Chinese president. Any more only to give us 3 billion. So reasonably, let's think. Obi anfa na may your government, me pese me de at the papa ba. Me policy ba kope. Sika mi hia no so chain dia me ko ba obosia. Omo de mame. How can that be feasible? And yet feasible. But to your NDC need the casa to no so be 24-hour economy $4 billion. Say Muhammad ya deal or say be $4 billion, but he doesn't have it. So he can't do it. Okay. So now let's move on. When you come into governance, this is the first time a government whose only aim is to stabilize the currency. Now let me tell you, sir, this is the same NDC government. Make sure some you are before amunyi new. Kwesi maintain your bio. But NDC for no majority okay. Well, let me put it that way so they all don't feel offended. Majority of them are before NDC party no. Majority or to me share NDC state. Every idea bonity so NDC you know. Se onye before na drene nyetuma. Ontumi nyene mano. Esona kro. Asama make me a very serious plan American. NDC. Se obi wom na hu se nani den gasega ebe yi nko a ye dere. Odere ho ayan ni ho. Se onye before so a twini na nko be hu se nkrofo asoma dada me. Ade mu kan se mo be man yen sei asema dada yen ana debi. And you understand? Oh, it's NDC. Oh, then it's okay. They said all the NDC members, we should go and put our hand in the machine. It's only going to cut 2 fingers and give us the rest. For NDC, yes, my fingers, cut 2. Critical thinking is not in their way vocabulary. Because, Shadio, your major policy needs 4 billion. Amembo and yet just exchange rate. Exchange rate is just a tiny fraction of it. Now, exchange rate, no crano, it can be cured when you have a surplus. When you are producing more in your country. When you are producing more to feed your country, the exchange rate does not even get a chance to move much. Because eniamana nanka modi den eniamana nanka modi sebio dollar bekwa kotono enenya ada roma 1 district 1 factory nti ye bi wo Ghana enti enu kwase yakwase sesika na ede akoto aframa no ne enti sidi no ho betono but omu nimu nyansa again Ken Oforiata could have also decided say ye the esika bebo your reserves near the stabilize city. Dr. Ibrahim, I'm going to say Abraham, Adam, Adam Hunter said, your former, they are came free or buy, He could have also chosen, say, or the Sika, Ebesha Dolenum, Emanai artificial. But MP before Nyan Safwa, The banner member, I don't think say your party to me mind to say NPP, the whole of Africa. And who said there be that is only artificially showing up the what? Showing up the city. Because I could you say King. Number to me, and yes, $1.5 billion after every 6 months. And now say after every 3 months. I'm fan Shemua. Dollar now what 10 CD no, a bet me 20 CD, and that is reality. More money economics and finance. You know what I'm saying. And I'm not lying. Don't say just because I'm MPP, even though I'm saying something that is right economically, you come and say no. Don't do that. Now, the exchange rate during our time, let's say, was high. However, the government was able to pay workers. Government need to hear a forecast. Government business was still running. Yanya construction, we were doing every government business as we could. Even though Natural ND to Sunyan say. ABAN was here Ghana for pay Juma. Meboa. Mebato and yes, I know the buy. A Juma. So the number one thing on the itinerary of NDC coming into power was jobs. They got into power. It's not about jobs no more. It's about how to let our shallow, wicked, and low-minded supporters think, say, we are doing something better with the dollar. Isn't it sad? Even though the money I'm putting into the dollar, I will not see the sense in it. Me in your home for so. Now, so, say, and this 40 bonkos of one carbon, a cast a dollar, your 5 CD, and any budget. Because, not buying, I didn't know 10 CD, or the above 5 CD. Even those are above 5 CD, no. May they mean not some for so be say above 5 CD. Now, so, am I buying the above 5 CD? No. Yea, Mahama, ya dear. Ah. How? They be a me bisa ABAN saying na Ghana. They say I didn't to me back from flats. ABAN saying. How did we end up like this at Ghana now? The standards is so low. These people have reduced every standard of Ghana. They have. Exchange rate. Maybe I say the exchange rate here. Why didn't we hear NDC talk about exchange rate in 2016? Why didn't we talk about exchange rate in 2020? Because that was not the issue. It was never the issue. That was never the issue. Until when to me and find your campaign. And until our mind and your exchange rate in Kwa, because I didn't say for your currency to be strong, you must first and foremost have a strong manufacturing output. Your manufacturing output must be strong. And near my moya, mother, they would feed you a minor, the Sanka, a substitute. It's an anchor, I didn't care about free taking Abba. Then so you to me, you be organ into your substitute to a no. And it's the case that I'm the Koteki. Utie, at the coffee, dear Bano, many of the subsidy organ into says Kaneka. In any case, not yet $10 so, accordingly as they said. But near mana the dollar crane there and the default so. Now yet $10 so. Yet say many dollar ni be apa. I just am a cotono at 13-12 CDs from Aboki. Into me be so. It doesn't matter what party you are. What sense is it? Say me the sika $1 must $1 beba from but me mindful in your son for so. It's stupidity. Now, let's talk about the dishonesty of this conversation. Yeba first, yeba can say. Mode muhu road sika sem no mode mo ye kana na kululu bi our dollar no muntimu nyai. Se mo kaya e den end this for kan. Debi da. Yen interfere bibia. E ya membo no na ye. No nim. Time one no more casano, na parliament to grand start you. Because Ghana, we are doomed. Or this ni only time one no more cast $1 above from when you no more credit no. Now na parliament to crown convening. Now you have a single bill say you dey strengthen dollar and metal parliament. There be no be say anyhow. But ye ni na yet ya see ma omo. No, almost say they were not interfering in the market. Onyamin chadie and the nyamedum Ghana for. And the World Bank for buying on make say, hey, Mahama, aye, bia. Now, Mahama is the president for a reason. Majority of Ghanaians, they are doing any eduma. I don't know what form. I don't know any eduma, no, and only saying. During the time when I saw dollar, dear we cry air cosono, me pato to you. Time and $1 air cosono. His Excellency John Mahama Nankasa said about the making announcement say the actual rate of the dollar is 12 cedi and not 10 cedi. Meboa, one can wait. And this is one way. Where's the John Mahama and Kana? DJ ROB. Did Mahama say that? Did Mahama say that the actual value of the dollar is 12 cedi and not 10 cedi? You don't remember this? And this is for Monkai. Mahama didn't say this. Into why would you then doubt if there's an artificial stuff? Maybe some question. President Nankasa Isaac Ye, President Nankasa say, Sebio, the actual rate of the dollar, is 12. Now, and 10. And this is even though the president yakano onye because so nya kokasa and before beka say omonye chintiane sadi anya debi even though it's Mahama no. It's not politics, it's foolery. You might think you are doing politics. MPP for your nyom, you be nyom, and MPP for they don't even know us. We stretch them, we will give them hard time. And for this MPP people, we will keep them in opposition for 10 years. First and foremost, I don't have to answer you, Jay, because you are not accurate and you are not correct. Okay? Why should I say about be distracted? But it's a very stupid agenda to start. Because there is nowhere in the books of Ghana, Bank of Ghana, that said the CD went to 17 cities. So I can't answer such foolishness. And you know the truth. You are the people who walk around saying 38%. People like that, I can't engage you. So sorry. Keep writing your, nonsense. But I will not take it. In any case, yes, I've answer and Kasakakra. Tiahu. John Mahama pensono. The dollar was 1 cedi. The patcho machada na make us, Mr. Mo. The MPP for the Mamu only Kufuor did that, but then. Mahama pensono, Theo, and this for me kato so many answer, so many answer. And yet, I'm not insulting them all. They are naturally like unim. Okay, my fan say onimiansa, right? But politics in Tino, what town in Yansa na kwene na wadani Jimmy for automatic. So long as they have the writing of NDC on it, because let's do a simple logic analysis here. The dollar was 1 cedi under John Mahama. John Mahama did so well. Dollar near 1 cedi. Dollar no call 1 cedi per. However, the one with the lower dollar rate could not pay his workers. He could not recruit. He could not construct roads. He could not keep the light on for 4 years. His dollar was 1 cedi to the dollar. Wow, John Mahama, queen. John Mahama, queen. Now you're 1 to 1. John Mahama, the $1 or yeah, you. 2013 dollar bako is to 1 cedi. Yo, let's give him that. However, John Mahama couldn't keep the lights on. John Mahama couldn't pay workers. John Mahama couldn't give professional allowance. John Mahama had to cancel teachers and nursing training allowance. John Mahama had to cancel book and researchers allowance. Educational material such as chalks was not going down to the peoples. But the dollar was 1 cedi under John Mahama. Isn't that stupid? I think that is dumb. I don't care where you stand on this political spectrum. Hey, Jimmy, like the Nana Boahin is doing here. I don't think you are an MPP. MPP don't need fools like you. Nana Boahin. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm the one insulting you. You can insult me back. But you are not thinking, what do you need, Juma? Because Nana, say, what do you need, Juma? Obi said dollar ni ye 1 cedi. Oba ye no na dollar ye 1 cedi. John Mahama saw no na why ye dollar Juma yo yet na se. Dollar was 1 cedi. Yet when to me Juma ye 4 ka. Dollar ye 1 cedi. When to me amaka ni ye nyina. Dollar ye 1 cedi. When to me amfa teachers ni nurses ye school 2013 ni 2014. When to me amfa me Juma. Dollar ye 1 cedi. Nanso John Mahama nankasa kane a obema na si Ghana so na ye nya bibia ye Juma. Na nkrofo atua tax no when to me anye bi. Seriously. Mama Yemen Yansan in Yejuma. We has nothing to do with our support MPP, our support NDC. We in Yansan logic, like a junior, you did Jenny. John Mahama pays $1 was 4 cedi, 1 cedi. Yet when to me and Tia. When to me and Tuak at him. These are facts. We don't do speculations here. Whichever idiot thinks we are doing speculations here. We don't do speculations. Okay? If you know your facts, you know I'm not speculating here. Me pacho, did Bahama pay workers? A teacher 4 years, how many years? 3 years. And how many years then? 3 months pay policy. Is that not what happened? Is it me who is saying it? Is it me who is saying it? Say, John Mahama didn't pay away teachers. Me chat on so. How is that speculative? Ghana for one Katamon can tell me. Is it true? Did Mahama pay teachers? No. So how is that speculative? Is it a record? Say, Ampa John Mahama at the 3-month pay policy. Echo Parliament yana. Because House of Records say, Tampa, once upon a time in the lives of Ghanaians, teachers taught for 3 years and got 3 months pay. Is that a lie? How is that even lie? How is that jandam? Catherine, how is that speculative? Nyansa na munni. Nyansa keke ena mumu bino. Masha da ye mu se mu because we know Nyame Felix na mabetna say John Mahama didn't pay workers. John Mahama, that is the record though. Mo IMF am call that was the whole reason. Policy credibility. How is that even jandam? Like I don't even know with him. I don't even Papa Ben Pan. A yard dear no mudi, a Billy Benny and one more mumudi. I'm in America. Seriously. I am in America now. 3-month pay policy, you are now. It didn't happen. Maybe go forward. Momo ya kwado. And I came oh boy ya panaba. Obi anko Google. Nabo 3 months pay policy. You can start from AI overview and go inside. Mike Mengel, since you have decided to get my attention, I will help you by telling you to go and do yourself a favor. Read, research, so you can be a smart human being. Don't be a dummy for NDC. They have nothing for you. I bet you haven't gotten 1 CD from NDC, but you are here fooling. Wow. And therefore, for those who might think we are speaking out of our stomach, this is it. Oko Google. I see anything. Ghana's 3-month pay policy was a controversial system from 2012 to 2016, where newly recruited or promoted teachers were paid only 3 months salary arrears, regardless of how many years old. It will be 5 years, 10 years, whatever, they gave you 3 months. The policy introduced under President Mahama and Bohono led to massive teacher protests and strikes, with unions demanding full payment, and the subsequent Akufo-Addo government eventually abolished it and working to clear the remaining arrears. 3 months pay policy now, Momo de ba, you know. Okay, yeah, Jimmy free. Why? You are the source. Why? I'm not going to mind you. I have read it here. You wanted me to read it. I have read it here. So stop fooling. I give you a chance to be part of my shows, and you people always show how stupid you are as NDC people. The reason why I keep insulting NDC, I keep insulting NDC, I keep insulting NDC. Because Jimmy, at the end of the see here, it happened. Was it still somebody should, like how? And then politics and Kwano, and then politics Jimmy no. That even when video evidence is being played to them, they still say no. Are they? And they go on. And they go on. Now, if you want to know that, let's look at the explanation. Before party NDC for them are the reason why they paid for 3 months. And this is from Professor Jena Nupukwajimai. Or say, Jena Nupukwajimai has justified the decision by the elsewhere Mahama administration to pay teachers 3 months salary, despite the claim they worked over a year. She indicated that affected teachers were not employees of government. Affected teachers are no government employees. My Jimmy Papa. Manuel, my Jimmy Papa. Me see NDC for my Jimmy. NDC for Jimmy. Oh my Jimmy. Because I did go away, one kasa mu Jane now no for Kwajimai. And a kasa. Or say it's not true. How? How? Baby, how? Tell me how. John Mahama Kasem, ya record what to her. Tell my John Mahama Ka, you know, not end this program, say, oh, elbow buzella. Pay, you no problem. After the same message now, Mahama Kanya, Omubo Buzela, edit chair and app no. When you repeat the same one, because it is not your Mahama says a question, man, I can. I say, we are question. Now, Omubi, if you said your Mahama, they didn't can. One. John Mahama can say, say your baby, you more. Your bema, your mebuno. Abobo ya near the polytank see a tree, na ya mom Wellington boots, na ya mom sekai, na omu duedia, na omu tutututu, na omu katakata. Hey, mama, John Mama, or so be my polytank. Any abobo ya, you are my Wellington boots. Hey, John Mahama. Hey, Papa, we John Mahama, dear one in town. No problem. Na Ed. Felix Apia be in the show. Wakofa the same tape na Mahama kan ye no. And na obo. Ewo Felix Apia page so. Na NDC for be gina ho. Ya kwasia and you a foolish boy. And I kwasia we aboa wa na be your polytank. And aboa wa na be intramo party some Mahama no e Jimmy fo ana. Are the NDC fool soldiers telling us say Mahama is a foolish man? Because the same words he spoke and you clap for, when somebody speaks it, you say that person is foolish. Does that make Mahama foolish? Like some of us are beginning to believe. Let's be real. I didn't say that too. Ghana ni awutie me pacho nyam na me ka se me ma bobo ya o. Ba omi a me di na chi no wan koka se be okoya bobo ya o da bi. John Mahama na ne campaign message say abobo ya and the poly tank. Wellington boot and o de be mamo. And the crowd dem wa ba mu. Na obi aka the same word na Mahama kan no. Wo se onipa ko na jibi wa jimi san. Me jimi a me jimi ni say me ka dia Mahama kan eni bi ana. Ah, na bra na ubo vuvuzela. Ubo unsam sa Mahama ya de no. Na wonim sa Mahama e kan kwase asem. And our political party into which I that's 3 years old vuvuzela and I try me some ya pay for no. And I won't take that back. Because it doesn't make sense. I still want to know the mentality of NDC people. It does not make sense. Because, look, for the first time, he has repeated what he did 2014, 2015. What did he do? School of the blind, the disabled schools. Obiadi o musika kono. John Mahama decided not to pay them. Your sister is a blind teacher. Being blind and teaching is not a joke. Then the person your sister works for tells your sister, say, despite her deformity and going through all she has gone through to study, he is not going to pay your sister because of party politics. You say, Papa, we are what? That is not politics. We are what? You are a fool. You are a complete total fool. You are a malum. Hey, Jimmy. My government was in power, my light was off. Another government comes, my lights are on. I'm getting power to do my business. Yet, the one who gave me power is a bad government. The one who couldn't give me power is a good government. That is not politics. That is foolery. Jimmy, that has nothing to do with you are trying to go hard for MPP or you are trying to go hard for NDC. Jimmy. Because how the fuck does your CD? It's $1 to the what? 1 CD. You couldn't pay workers. You couldn't keep lights on. Nana Akufo-Addo, the dollar was 18. Under Nanado, the dollar was 20 CD per dollar. You will find. So let the sensible people think now. Under Nanado, dollar rates the cost of and then teachers were not paid 3 months, they were paid their full salary. And guess who came to pay that salary that John Mahama didn't pay? Nanado. And this for Kwasiampa for na year Jumama John Mahama went to Omokano. Nanado ba no be trust that 3 month pay policy no. And a kebia odium utua omunina ka. He didn't cause the debt. But Oba be then Oba be tuaka. Na Akwasiampa fo ejimi fo abeifo bi omo ho tantan omo ho afiafi bi Akwasiampa fo NDC fo bi omo ho afiafi 20 Ghana data bodam fo bi keke Akwasiampa fo bi ebe begina ho se ye be defend aboa bi na nche wonwe aboa bi na nche wonwe dua bi mumma ko achinkun cuz you don't deserve to live we Akwasia cuz what you are doing doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. The amount can send him. And then Jimmy, no. I belong to MPP. MPP didn't pay me. Yet MPP is good. How? Because I'm MPP. Where Jimmy Papa? I'm MPP. MPP didn't Sawi and Kwasiadiana MPP 4 years. And now Tony Yekem. Now. As an MPP member, I mean, I just say, yes, say my government has abolished road tolls. Adena sa decision by MPP Yankwasiasem because MPP for the journal and we had the digitization, but we had the digitization. What was the reason why they canceled the road to? Yes, if they can't go. So why couldn't you digitize the process? MPP for why couldn't they digitize the process? They could have digitized the process and made money. So that decision, I never liked it, and there be a chance to be a MPP for him. And this need it. John Mahama didn't mammy amani ace, no mammy bewu, or saying naturally, John Mahama and man, mammy ace in Tia Yoki uncle. It is only NDC, the same Manuel, you open neck, needing the Manuel or the Manuel never social media. Opa Manuko share John Mahama neck. Now John Mahama can tell and say, your name is Felicia. Or a Bema. Or a Bema. Nanso obedia di obekofie NDC ni abemua obekofie ni opapa ni omame akoko madada me nam he ni na be din di Felicia na maye me Manuel me ndi Manuel and na John Mahama say be din di Manuel Mahama na aka no na che me Mahama dia me yes they will fight with their parents. I'm serious. It is only NDC ni de bia meka ya won September. Or the September na ako school. The date of birth won the terminal report in the BBM September. Where do university or your time member. Mahama Ebesia students in UCC. Mahama Chen never no. Your birthday is not September no more. Your birthday, it's actually January. Your mother lied to you. Your mother and your father, they lied to you. You are not September. You are January born. And this Ninibedi Utie. And this Ninibedi say, no mamma ne papa na call them koye jiggy. And you know, and mamma tin test you the war no. A man in Fusio Maya to the bedina busia for by a metaya chima near feno. Woman woke then your nuni didn't wrong. Now, John Mahama mum and I'm on the correct name. Jimmy. That is not you trying to. I say, where is your finance minister? Which of my finance ministers? If you're asking for Ken Opurata, the Indian patron, open your mother's door. Odini says, why? Ken Opurata, so no, where's your finance minister? Ken Opurata is on top of your mother. Or born dog says, that's where he is. Why? Monsan Feriade. Monsan Feriade. No, Feriata, and I Feriata really. And then, because of Ken Opurata, your attorney general and the OSP are not talking. And you are here, you are not shy. Otiha, NDC, ferry, and a cathedral, and not your mama's a cathedral. Problem be any. Attorney General, Ayini, Eba Bejinawa, Wachucho papers, Nimua, Canopurata, and Yabonibia. Still, NDC, Niquasiam penny, what down for. NDC, Mrs. Sakwani, the Essence, I'm not one time, not pass it, the Guam. So, woman, 3 Ghana, Huntono. Ghana Hunton, that some was property and say and 3 Ghana business more. Ghana will never rise. And I don't care what anybody tell me. Because your main president, the man in India and Nawabaha, Papa Ninti and Nawabaha, winning me no, or sick and Oforiata Hoson. Lawyer, SSanko, no, lawyer, SSanko, no, Nekato, we had the Boneno. Lawyer, no, so say, can Oforiata Hoson. Was it just to get political stupidity to sway your idiots? Wakwasi ampafo no and Jimmy for political party members they do a chinintino. Yanka say Ofurata has to come. Oh my more than a call Interpol, memoir. And then Interpol the buy. You cannot place somebody on Interpol when you are not giving us the evidence of the case to substantiate it. Isn't that what happened? That is why Interpol, AE red alert in the freaking operator. That is the truth. Yet, Osi Onyansa or NDC ni, or the Nakwasi and Pabra be from a platform. Ebisasa can operator or him. So do mame. Mama de the area girl or the area girl sa nkwasi asem sa area girl sa e de awo rough adani area mama boys here didi me sa de no na auntie we dey on your fine auntie dey on your fine area honko dey ni na edu mama wona amfofo a woni omo boy yi ni na edu mama enne wa ma na ayefo ndi so pe ba bia kan ofori atawa obutu mama so wo di ni sa bere yara kwasi ampani ma Jimmy dodo. Ma Jimmy dodo. Now unim, they are asking for Kenoporiata. And then you ask them where said the name Temaklo. And then you I'm like that one there. Obana and Crofu ye. Cat was end this a bay for party. Yeah, the name maybe the agroba and this a bay for party. There's a in Suato. Na endinam kanea. Apa na akoso petrol na ahia kra e wo circle na aban ne se we di oil mobolai nkrofo awu anese fo hwan no mo awu erade ye oil mobolai sa dia John Mahama say may Assemblies of God ni ense mebu abusuafo said na first ka we come adwadifo ma na e wo hɔ a wo mo ho kaaye na said nam temakura feska no wo de abetena America ono no de me nhwehwe no ono de me nhwehwe no me nhwehwe said nam temakura but ofori atana wo mo ankasa kura mpo nya den wo mo ankasa proper ntumi nya evidence emfamma wo mutu operations no enya adwuma mom no ono mo ni ye kronfo mo nkofa no mra na womun kura sesem no ne sebe womun nanti apapai no womun hutan tan bi ndc fo hunye nya so ba tan bi kura bam no mo e be gina bring Ken and where is Ken, where is your finance minister? Bring Ken and bring Ken day. I thought you guys said he's on Interpol, so Interpol was going to bring Ken. Or again, NDC is telling Ghanaians that they are indeed a very foolish and stupid party. In any case, what happened to a absential law? Se who knew what yet me be asem no ewo wechi. Kevin Taylor no ni Ghana ye be asem won echi ebuado. E ma ni free America e ko Ghana e ko sign it. Inti some evidence say can operate 10 years ke bia. Ade na mo fan kokko. They say court ni na cry mo dia. Na ka mun ko bua no for say, Ken, now you are guilty. We are the people that control the judiciary. That one even you can't do. Even with the whole NDC bench, you people can't do it. Na unfair there. We need more jet. Ma Jimmy Duke Blankson, how much has Ken Operator stolen? Catch right. Please tell me, Duke Blankson. Please, Mr. Duke Blankson, can you tell me how much Ken Operator has stolen? Can you give me just a figure? What is the figure? If you don't mention the figure, I'll block you from ever entering my channel. What's wrong with you? 70 years no. What say? Do I know how much Ken Operator has stolen? Please, me, I don't know. Can you tell me how much Ken Operator has stolen? Ken Operator has stolen this amount of money, so we need him to face law. Please, can you give me that? Duke, may kind up to 5. The one man answer, I'm a block you. Because I won't say Jimmy and Abba has to be Jimmy. And these days, I'm not going to tolerate idiots. After you, I'm coming to that idiot here called Manuel. Mostly Ken Operator you cron for. The question is simple. Me pacho, ahin no we are here. Where we are here. How much has Ken Operator stolen? Okay. Kwasi akoka kire Mahama bodamfo ne se me page we so me mfem kurasefo ma so ai. Mesrawa. Kwasi akoka kire Jimifo Mahama na onnim dia oye no. Onim. Sa kwasi ampani na wabeji abanu a wo hu dia oye no. Koka kire ne se no ba ye no, ubeshi achewa no ne ba. Momo be ya mama se ati akoma ma so bi we. Jollof kura na muntumi no. Jollof na muntumi no. Na se meso me be ka ho a Mahama obesha konfu no wewu etimu de mo ba mamu metro nyansasem Moba, eh? And they said they are Florence Golo, so on Dino. The catch was conform Jimmy for Hadia. Tienidin Florence Golo. Na onipa ni din di Golo. What Tiedino, Edini Golo. Ni ono so the last name no. Say your war last name to say Amadeka, Ayite, Kwa no. Or no ne de no e Golo. No be ani din di Golo. Braba and Pano betumi aboni wiase. Can you tell me? Or your bow ni din adeba Florence Golo. Golo. The aye kan ha no brofo na aye kan won tiase o. Chi ni so aye kan won tiase. Process say aye bon won tiase. The onima ni say o ye NDC ni watete ye didi NDC for atem. Nti ono so obeka bi. Golo. No dey be Golo no ho wa. Mo ni mu nyansa o. Na meko so edi matem because mo ya bayfo nkabrekyire ni adamo ni huhum bia. Kromfo Jerry John Rollins. Etode beto Ghana for so. Because mumu say, Krobi so anke yede mo be hye wan kan no. Na ye utilize mu ni na. Yede mo beto wan yimina that oma so gas ke ka mama. Mu hia gas ni mu. Cause some of the sankrofo we be fresh society mu a, omo be say society no. Omo adwene nya adwuma. Omo adwene nya adwuma. Seriously. Omo adwene nya adwuma o. Omo adwene no achia. And then yes, achia keko they intentionally achia omo adwene. Intentionally. Omo achia omo adwene say yeah my adwene nya adwuma. Yeah my adwene nya adwuma. Sure. Back to me case in America. NDC forecast say we mu nya 4 billion. Now, omo de aye 24-hour economy. Ebema 24-hour economy no de adwuma. Ebebre mebunu. Now listen to what they did. In 1 year, if you live in Ebrochira, listen to what I'm saying well, okay? And don't fool. Don't just go and follow MPP or NDC. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth and make your own judgment on it and see how sensible it is. I need 4 billion. That 4 billion will create jobs for the youth, create jobs for Ghanaians. As a government, when my people are employed, because of tax, I will get money. Because they are employed, they are not idle hands to do evil work. So I will have security. Say NDC for my junior, Nyansa pa yedibu my NDC, and yes, sure, so will be. Because you do manim no crat and tamo. Na omu mudi with 4 billion, 4 billion, my husband's wife TL, with 4 billion, NDC can create 24-hour economy. That 24-hour economy is going to create jobs for the youth and the citizens of Ghana. Because the citizens are working, they are too busy to go and engage in illegal stuff ebeha or mine. So the online security is stabilized. Because they are working, they would also do what we call tax. So the government from 4 billion would also get tax. So that wherever they took this 4 billion for or from, they can what? They can repay back. Isn't that the smartest way to think? I think that's a smart way. If I'm investing 4 billion, I'm expecting that I get the workers working so I can get the tax. Now, baby, I'm going to use 4 billion if free, any thinking government, that is what you would do. I think that is what they would do. But guess what they decided to do? John Mahama said, "Need to point up and powerful." John Mahama said, "Omo is shallow-minded." John Mahama said, "NDC needed the Abeka training be our fa." John Mahama said, "Say Obama NDC in education there, and now Obama in technology in Mr. Roman and Dokuno Chenam." This is John Mahama. This was John Mahama. And yeah, creative ways to make money. He didn't see the opportunities in creating that type of wealth. He rather decided, say, hey, they say, Makama, Ghana for who said dollar na for mu. They say it should be a mean to me fair judgment because me and my budget say me fair judgment. Mean to me trade my forecast, mean to me your construction. Ain't you know, a dollar na made to me the end, my main said, and yanka say, a dollar need my yard, even though say, Creania will take, say, be a gonan saba, one of our dollar and will be crowded to $1 dollar some for so. Now, so say the 4 billion, it could be a 24-hour economy, Juma. Ewa agonan Saban district here. Sa abrewana $1 home for so no. Ne na ebi benye Juma. Ewa agonan Sabaho. Sa 24-hour economy no. I think that is what Abrewa will choose. But when you have a foolish government, they make foolish decisions, and that's what we see. Again, I will borrow Kojo upon Kromer's word. Honorable Kojo upon Kromer. Or say, show me your budget. I will tell you your priorities. And this year, Master Obabe paid Mobile. So 24-hour economy no. Omu read the first budget now, and then some come say it is a forgone thing. Move 24-hour be a tongue make a tremon. Omo the big dia gross 24. There's nothing like 24-hour coming. I didn't hear. First thing they told us, say the template to even to do 24 hours economy is not there. 2, they need 4 billion, which is very expensive according to NDC. But NDC say or take $290 something at the top pad at the man koda. A better than obebi adwuma koda na nya adwuma ye no no etumi ato the pad. And koda no betumi atua free education. But obu to be top at the more. Oba ma menom into top at the more. You see how stupid they are? As we speak, the NDC has invested 10 billion. $10 billion. What would tell anonymity? And you 1 million. And yet 10 million. 10 billion United States dollars. And kasa 10 billion. And come back to me after 4 billion. I'm a 24-hour economy now, Juma. I'm a Ghana Nino Kotoaba because of 24-hour economy when you be here. I'm a Ghana Niba Bununa all bomb pie saying I may manage Juma yen and ye be here. And this is supposed to be 3 sonoma pampaso. Say a baby Juma Mamma Momen be I and a moment jai chrono body a debi. Say a baby Juma, Namo Madman be I no jai hook up, dear debi. Yet the says Canada said $10 billion. Do people even know what like NDC for you will defend this idea? Do they know what $10 billion can do in Ghana? Even in Canada here, $10 billion is a lot of money. Why are NDC not thinking? Other than NDC for general, like it's Mahama. Okay, it's a next time Mahama Koswe. Because after 4 years, Mahama decides say, "Oh, Rani be to say no or co." It is a Mahama. Then like what happens to San Kwasiadi and Medino? More Maka Mahama di Oko. Now what Waka party in Mune? Tell me who. That is the for reason, you know, Charlie. I know it's you. Way your mother junior dear hotia dear seno. One pound. Oh, you're correct human being. Pana would see how this NDC people like take decisions, sir. You, I don't know. Area man, my junior wants to ask how the element you with 4 billion. And can you bring us a 24-hour economy? What does that do? Mahama didn't watch so. Mahama, you correct president. Okay, so be my 24-hour economy. Wa my yen name mebuni ni nenye jumaye. Instead, there is no template of the 24-hour economy. but the government can say, and now no say the 10 says word no crash and me cry na here no. Like which government to make this stupid decision and you're sustainable. Ghana for UTM and found some MPP in the American and you're sustainable. A country like America, a country like UK, Germany, Canada, China would not invest 4 billion just to stabilize city. No. And I think, sir, I'm beginning to believe what Amazing Grace was. Uti, Amazing Grace. Pan-Africa, answer. Okay? MPP na Ghana for Jai hook up here. So we need and now we call baby I almost hook up now. Liberia for, Togo for, Nigeria for, Ouagadougou for, any Jina kwa. And then so benya Ghana ni akwa da wa ya shawa. Omo ya no online e you hook up. Utie e you hook up. A few Ghana for na bon so mu jina begot e chire o there bi. My government was able to create a training center for the Kaya youth. We built a training center for Kaya youth for no mufri John Mahama Kuromuno. John Mahama ba yo say Kaya youth for hu hia nti sa ade no wasesa. Pan Africa ote ha e support to Mahama. We are boa. I'm sorry brother. But what doing edwuma? Kaya yofo wo mo aban kran ye ni baabi da aban bi adwene mo ho asidan amomo a wo mo dem aban bi adwene mo ho mo skills a wo mo de be ye adwuma Pan Africa gina ha se eno no mo enya de papa na mom se ye be pam Kaya yofo na free baabi o mo di o mo ti beto na ya gi o mo skills na free o mo nsem na o ma se akoso apampan no eno mo ya de papa o ye kwase ampani. I don't hear politics. I don't take that as politics. Pan Africa, we are kwasi penny. Simple. No, I'm very serious. Or you kwasi penny. Kwasi penny because your government couldn't create employment. Yeah, buy. I'm here to cry. The napco buy you. Ebi ni ejuma ye. Yeah, the 1D 1F buy. Ebi ni ejuma ye. Yeah, constructions. Ebi ni ejuma ye. Mo say. One more year to me be omo year, one district, one factory. No, one more year to me be omo year napco no crano. Omu ni munyansa, omu ni experience. I'm moving to me be omo year. That is what John Mahama told them. John Mahama told them that they are not experienced to get a job, but Akufo-Addo put them to work. So when we are asking, any sensible person will know say, I rather want the government that changed my life by moving me from being a kayayo or a head porter to somebody who can learn how to make beads, who can learn how to make soap, who can be a bus driver. Kaya Yoni I train how to drive transport bus and our transit bus. O said the obaya when na shia momunu moye better. Jimmy enya politics. Jimmy, what yeah. That's me be on my na the one. And that's my more. Do you guys feel important when I respond to you directly or what? Because that's what I see. I see say when we mention your names, sir, Emma Jimmy and Bamo. Because there we on your tribal bigot too. Yet Kaya you never no man a pampa na outside the tax. Me your tribal bigot. Na so betumi afa Kaya you ni no free stream no. Actually the catchy, emanitri bars, my train is samina ye, my train beats making, jewelry making, my man inside the Juma. You might think you are doing something. Italy, he mentioned my name. Okay, I got him to mention my name. I got fella Jimmy. Jimmy. It doesn't make sense. Nyansen 4 billion could have given us job. John Mahama decides to spend 10 billion. 10 billion, oh, $10 billion. And you know, say ye di so dollar no more. Now, if you try to air mobile, young fan say, and there, ya titi BBR, so amazing grace you, ya titi BBR, so BBR be fan Columbia $1. $1 CD. Mahama ba dollar ba from enti ene offense we ya 1 CD. Dokono 1 CD. BBR 1 CD. Everything you 1 CD wo Ghana. O pesa wo to dan kra. Say John Mahama dey aba 1 CD. Wow, ye da say. Arehu seme woman say. Ye ti ade no so ba 1 CD kra no. Onye ska na wo dey akoto. Enye jimie. Enuanom, this is like sebi enye jimie. Ekufu ado wo ho no. Ti ha o. Eniama bo eden. Sinameto. Because the kufu ado ho me kai pa some of the phone oh nyama mu ya ide say they are peke omoto no kakra ene ofa camera di kodwa so a the phone say den yama me say den ye ntade be pa to sa no mo ka omo say ye ntade e na nyama no kra di begu a obi ento e na nyama mo se matete susu obi me pa to nyama na me ka o me sremo Ghana of near utie me nyama na me ka o utie yama menom etidwem omoje Women's Bank di ye asem no mo ken yesi ade ne yate so kra no ye ndigwa ye nto enu ntime srew se wonye kwasia mpani NDC ni na wonye abu adwan odwanfunu Mahama e supporter ade ne ya high price no wonye scatter ye yesi ye bone. And then they are about low price. Unya scapo now they are top because the government is not paying you. A teacher for an amount in tank and obey Mamubenya allowance. They are to tell me the government is not paying you, so you don't even have the money to buy that reduced price. Yet, what's the $10? So I buy Papa. How? And then politics, no. And then politics, no. Now, Tia, let's talk about debt exchange program. Kakrebina fancy. Okay, then maybe those who want to join, I can bring you in. 1, debt exchange program. And this is phone crash for Jimmy for now. Answer. It was a voluntary. Me pacho say you can't voluntary. Maybe NDC for they have to read it for them because on no can I need 3 be. The only man says some call for brass via back a soluku beba. And you know, so Okasa untment here. Okay. Uncle. Okay. Say Obronika se bibi a voluntary as saying. As say done, giving, or acting of one's own free will. Keyword, free will. DDEP, a economic tool. ABAN bia will find in any of those situations, you can employ that strategy. Okay. Again, maka a voluntary. And the ABAN say, yes, set up a heritage fund there. Say, wo de untumi mfa wo ho enhyimu a ebre ne so a ye betua wo kapepepe ebio ye renegotiate loan na say ye renegotiate we no o bond no said the be ya this year ye ntumi ntua amawo ya de nanso next year ye betua at a higher premium aban fa wo second year ABAN say Friday ye nay na SSN kamema $60. Mesrew me need $60. It me person me repurpose and answer me person me me renegotiate me loan agreement no. Na instead of so be ma metu and no. Me mintua next Saturday na mom $5 eto so mame. That is debt exchange program. Na shade me catch us send this phone ni answer. Me kan ya na bi ntia tia. And I'm debt exchange program ninti. Yeah, the Ghana ka over 8 billion ediche. Over 4 billion ready cash eba yen semwa yetumi de ye den ede ye adwuma. Majority of a car na esesi etua no ye renegotiate ye for a later date. Mitiwei se me koto dan na se bia misika sem esesa emrama me kwan se menko bank na ema me loan na me de to dan no, and you renegotiate it. The agreement and the terms are allowed. Are allowed everywhere. Please, me NTN this for okay. One moment to me who say nyansa no. Into Biba you be who say nyansa. They don't want to poo everything. They don't want to. I mean to know say my journey ejuma. Obefa 10 billion. Ede ache sidim. Ewo bra my yenche. Emphasize bi amre yen. Because say dollar no eba for moi. That's the sidini year. One more ekra niama ama no ne ene be benefit. One man can benefit you. Baby are all called cranium no. And the business says cano. In Ghana need pump $10 billion. And it share will be economy. Or the $10 billion. Echo should be economy. Or no ankasa ne de no. Sika ye de breno, sika unya umuno. And only there be on to me and kwanko. I mean, like he cannot equate that to it. And only important. Mr. Remo, again, debt exchange program, nenye by force. That is the first premises. Debt exchange program. It was a voluntary action. Our government na ba wo ebe boa. Say, and as obesre say, boa me. Na menji o man ni sika semensi. Into one more paper no, they sign up for it. Omo dwene say omo mpene no, omo mpene na make sure say debt exchange program no. Sika de buy me pa cho ebeto MPP ana there be IMF for buy ya. Omo be ye omo review last review omo ye no money ato force no money ye. Enu tin soon so sika ne ade ebeto ho ni na NDC na abeto no ameto MPP. I'm a 2 MPP. Yes, your payment was not given to you at the time you expected to get your payment. Yeah, that is true. I don't want that. Why would the government not pay me where I need to be paid? I understand that part. But then by force, unless somebody can show me a document that says the debt exchange program was by force. Catch them. Say, I bind the just for what? Ebio. And Crawford we were angry with us. Say, Bank of Ghana are making a loss of 60 billion cedis. Some okay. Me can't draw someone correct. Me see NDC, right? Sankame, me want me pay more. I say, I do money na good time back home. Now you be gas, ni job womb. So long as they remain part of Ghana, Ghana is not going nowhere. Ghana is not going nowhere. Okay? They are against Corona time. Oh, me pa just 6 billion. Corona time. Corona time ne your time wana ya pass your budget ye. Ye nim se Corona beba. And a Corona ba. Until we have to spend extra money. So extra money no. Yeah, your central bank. We are a sovereign state. And the reason why we have a central bank is so that everyone is to cushion ourselves. Etieno, you confess the 60 billion Nubia. and only a top Veronica buckets, scrubs ma health workers for increase in pay, one more transportation, fumigation, draw vaccines near the idea, and a didn't cost us 60 billion. Me pacho 60 billion cedis and $10 billion. I'm not insulting NDC. That is who they are. Oma Jini Nyejuma. Diomu Huane Mahama and politics. That is all. They see only Mahama and NDC. Oma Jini no SC and Yene Nko Kain and Yene Nko Baby Ebio. Oma Jini Nyejuma. Me pacho, a simple question. I don't care if I'm convincing you or not convinced. I don't give a fuck. What I ask is just a simple question. 60 billion cedis. $10 billion. The end is so. That's all. Are you here? Are you joining me? Please. 60 billion cedis. Mikuta 60 billion cedis. Obi kura $10 billion. Me pacho emu dian ane bo heding. Ane emu dian ne yes kakesi. Oh no, Elon, they have to answer. They have to answer. Mr. Jimmy, yo mate, I'm a very foolish boy. Yes, my gray hair is not teaching me sense. Yo mate. So you with the sense, please, can you answer this for me, Mr. Sensible Jimmy? Please, 60 billion cedis. $10 billion. Which of them is heavier? Which of them is more money? Can you tell me, please? Why, help me out. Oh, Debbie, I want the NDC people to answer. Please. If you don't, I'll block you. Please, tell me. Me pamucho. Oh, hey, Mr. Jimmy, please, help me out. Help me out. Why? You are my NDC brother. Please help me out. Help me out. Oh, I know MPP phone. I don't want you guys to answer. I want them to answer. We're Johnny to kote chiriwa. Who send command kuyena, send command kwana. Then you come and write another stupid stuff. And they think it's politics. Let me call Felix Page, you know. So now all fire, sir. And I'm call confused soon. No, and I'm call confused soon. No, and I'm where are they? I don't say I lost your number. Banding, I've been. So leave me a message in my inbox. Say Joe, me ask you. You beside the simple question, no. 60 billion cedis, $10 billion. Emu di ehe na. Onim say $10 billion mudu. But onim say $10 billion na. Ebema ya unsa na ban ne yakwase ampafo aban. Wo mo ko use $10 billion and faso bi amaso 10 ye onka. Businessman. $1. Yes, atiso. But onya dollar ni bi wo bank. Adentia. Bank of Ghana nankasa in banks you this says kana mo no ye one. And a banks name businessmen or this says kana mo. The man abochi for the Nigeria for no. Said the bank manager in the bank for the baby card on the side. And unti Bank of Ghana they almost say 11 cedi meboa. And that's almost say away. Dollar now say about 11 cedi. You mucha there. Dollar now about 11 cedi. And now me know what I say. Good. And unti sanka me per dollar ta. Sanka me yeden. Sanka me koto dollar no. And I say etunu koto on the bank. And the bank ni say oni dollar no. Nti ade say me call abochi. Me call abochi so a. Abochi say 12 cedi 13 cedi. Hello me boy. Is that not what abochi is charging for the dollar? Abochi is charging 12 13 for the cedi. Into one can say bisa ho pato we kwanda ma wadwene and this ni receive it, receive knowledge, receive nyansa, take wisdom. And this the phone moment platform mon nyansa. Oh yes, say Jimmy yare there be and the nyamensa. Jimmy yare de nyame nsa ensa nka me bompa ye maamo na nke nyame sa yare ne maamo enne yes yate dollar so yet me businessman am pay dollar ni bi e de aye den e de aye madwuma no me nya bi nto me nya dollar ni bi nto nti mekwa abochi ho na makwa akoto no at a higher price yet me say NDC ayade adintia Ghana for let's be real why edea adintia yeah mo amode ma ye no mo lie say enam MPP NDC ntimo mama dwene ni adwuma no se oman no ebo amutimu bi o oman no ebo amutini bi John Mahama obeko na na ekufu ado beko baomi abeko sedu nkete omuni na abeko na wo a wo ka kire ne wo a ye ja we kire ne eden foundation ye di ja wo se nyame aye me adom me kura $10 billion me se me dey go show artificially the dollar na NDC for chita for no said the dollar is down onya so mfa so ba what is almost $1 na ba for me no an ntino na mo e den na Mahama buy why won say $1 na ba for mo no you guys took it to 17 and here they are by 11 why are there oni adwuma ye enne kura no de obedi the NDC ni bedi aye den ne banana na do free education to otumi ko obi no otumi twa ya na enso commerce when 20 na agba akwada na dam NDC ni abayo a me no ka say what them 3 minutes bia no wakam atone so o ma me akwasi ampa bra o papa Jimmy odi akodi politics e tinti no ne ba no a o tete ni po ha no they take pride in coming to support the one who is killing them than to raise them own selves up. Ario. Aria. The I see at the background and family. Yet you are happy. Now, this is what happens. Remember video be. The other day, Mebekano I come with 2 things, then I'm done. Area man, me da sepa and answer phone it me ampa. Area man shall send me a see. Last week, me betna based on information I mean. Sama share one. A year NDC for MPCA. Omodo call parliament. So omodo to change and I'm a good. Now so and next who come media so traditional media, social media, he baby abekobia. So pe video a free parliament ya. Uhu NDC for mo kasa wo. Yet the camera no koto a year parliament house ya. NDC for side no a empty. Omuni ho. Na me be say omuni e kire me se kwesi. Ade a NDC for the aye and this time of parliament na the air din o. Na me be so almost aden. Papa ne say, can you believe say chamber here we are in the chamber no. Even order standing orders no kra no NDC for MPs no ain't me review. To the point say, and please this one I'm not lying no because it is me the evidence be to the point say some of them are sitting in parliament, they can't write their names. Esunagro. We must say that American look or say we are saying Ghana parliament. And now me know can say NDC if we offer MPs abreya we would think woman to me throw. Woman to me throw. Omo call budget workshop no and a problem in na ko ba you. Budget workshop now who say answer no be budget na you no mo koye workshop. Omo koye workshop ntino. Ayi omo try omo how to ebia so omo ka say appendix say table say this is how we measure GDP ni ade na like omo obi kura nim the GDP ni ye. Onim GDP no onim ye. Onim what GDP is. Me say. And unti what Esiedun Ketia decided to do, ne say. Now no yama one more start say esua de bio. Ya fa extra classes teachers are more chromo how to spell, how to write their names and all of that. Because who say NDC for no bebre no yare na eku yen. What you say? Enti omo kwatena ho na ye ka say appendix 6 no omo dwen say appendix yare appendicitis so say wan na omunya no. Aha omo fe say appendix yare. Honorable open appendix also there be o me appendix you. Mini appendix yare. Yesterday be book na brown no. Twemu ye frɛ be appendix. To appendix no na read the appendix no na what appendix no dwen say yare. People are joking with Ghana. So me sister we nipa na to Abama NDC. Nyame tua do you are no kati. Do you are no kati. Ne nkro 40 appendix no ye din say ye mu yare. Enti na me no ka say. NDC MPs are now being taught to read and write. Eyiku the obetu okoboy no wontumi ntro ni din. Eyiku ono na etu okoboy wontumi ntro ni din. Spenters Road for mo MP na mo de no call ye no wontumi ntro ni din. Oka wo mo taking extra class. No people think I'm me show evidence of what I'm saying here. Me say ye ntumi ntro ye din ntumi spell it. Nanko be converting committee koka. I have no question. Bye-bye. Mr. Speaker, yesterday I am surprised. Hey. Yesterday, I am surprised. How? And now no ba could be jina hona or no so no idea you said that the mood said them I prepare mo. North for na baako North MPs na baako na ogina ho na kakra na wasere Mr. Speaker Mr. Speaker I must say read the first one okay this Sorry, Mr. Speaker. I'll take it again. Mr. Speaker, is here comment for budget. Debbie. I'm here to comment on the budget. I'm here for the comment is budget. Debbie, I'm here to comment on the budget allocation budget coming for NDC for some very idea. Yes, sign feria there or better social media. Kwasia when you 20 pesos be at the auto data. No, social media. No, Jimmy. No more dear. This is a typical example. On kind of YouTube or can you? They have to bring the whole leadership, including the whip, the majority whip, to stand by him. To show him how to read. Yeah, you for moon to me should be. But YouTube for me. This is NDC MP in Parliament. Reading. Muntie. Na chankro for I support na boano. Yeah, can kramanu still yanko.
The allocation for the services of the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition for the year ended 31st December 2026.
Bonjour, onipa ba ko.
Look how many people are helping. 11. Chairman of the committee.
Just read this one. Just read
it. Abambabe said, Chairman of the committee, Munkasa ne yankwe. Obi Jirano say, read it. Read what Mr. Speaker is saying. Read it. Mr. Muntie, yes, I'm Me pato your friend Emmanuel Kwesi Bezra. Oye NDC for MP. So obono area ho baby. Me say onu kwani reading ke ko be ya no. Ya confirm majority whip one no na obi amra medina no ho no ntumi read just a common statement keke. ABAN Babin is even trying to guide him. Until guide no pass. Utie. Yeah, guide no, but guide no until asepo say yeah guide no. Won twa de me say aboni bio. How we end this na be gina me page so abekan kwase asem a kire me kurasefo. Muntie.
Energy and green transition for the year ended 31st December 2026. Panel members, motion 1111. Chairman of the committee.
Motion 1111. Only maybe a walk. Read.
Yes, that this Honorable House adopt the report of the committee on report of the energy report of the energy committee for the sum of 3,938,542,545 on the allocation of the services of the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition for the year ending 31st December 2026. In doing so, I want the Hansard report. I want the Hansard to capture the report as fully read. Thank you. As so moved.
Any second.
But I'm what say? What say, Anna? And also, some say they have to. And so I'm catching me. No swag. Na oria. Ono NDC no ho afie no omo ho afie no. Ono de abigina be keka nkwasa asem de akere se be MPP for. Mama person more request. Why? Now let me take one or two people and then I will leave. Hopefully today I won't be here for long. Hopefully and then me patcho wa opese obemu no obetumi abem. I have only one video to play. I know no men can send baby. I will just leave it as it is. I'll just leave it as it is. Sir Marcus. Sir Marcus, evening no maybe. There is one problem. I just want to play the video and then I will go on. Gabriela, you came for my a charger. Bring my charger back to me. Okay. Mr. Marcus, and na me bu afu pa. And then na me bu afu ni na ye because of your general secretary. Na me de nyame ase say o ma me tumi me show no without mentioning him. Yeah, no mu bi no, Mr. Marcus, we have come to appreciate say encrophobia or political party ni mu MPP mu a omo ye de omo be ye bia e dey say your chances of winning 2028. Ye ni na ye koto aba. Mr. Marcus. Abato na nkoyi. Ena ye penny and I say ye flag bearer ye didn't call ye who say nkoyi. Dia ye say ya say ye flag bearer abe concede. Okay. Flag bearer concede ye no. Flag bearer ba ya obe concede ye. Omo ma ye ni na ye ti ase say. Enamba umia early concession na oye yenti. NMA ye lose abano, especially parliamentary. Sa adie we beto Ghana for bebre trim, including MPP for. Emma womu jine no so at the time Baumia. Crophobia, Cotonom platform so. And about me, I did 2 muntamno, and about me, Niminansa, and about Miano, and about Miano, Giatum, and about me, and Bema, and about me, everything they blame on Baumia. Yeah, you did Baumia cheat. Yeah, the Yasama here can say the way I call any the name see be loose. Inti the aya na ye. And now me no can say, Mr. Marcus, somebody will never like Baumia again because Baumia went to concede early. And now you can say, MPP nibi pe Baumia samo that because I can't try to say Baumia ne kwadi tu mu enti na ne MP lusu ye. Dia eyemi ahomtia wo ho ne say ochrochro ni pani a asem beto ho a esese wodi na no ekasa no wan kasa o oyekom ema yetete Baumia essay Baumia ene aka 3 weeks so say 2 weeks mayakoto aba o say de mayakoto aba. All of a sudden, sad decision now. Yes, Baumia ye ntia ye lose. You have heard yes, nya Baumia nkwane ye you. Mr. Marcus, I hope you have heard that. Huh?
And that chance here, or no quaka say wonko.
Say oko concede.
Yes. No quite chance what kind. Part no chance.
Okay.
Penifua or matter stakeholders or matter no mutual.
The decision for the early concession.
Decision or whether it was right or it was wrong. And not about me and and a party now stakeholders or more and they take his decision. Let's be fair. It does not matter. Say open as a
Why do we need the fairness now? I don't want to even play the whole video because I mean, like the more I listen to Justin Kodia, the more I get angry. And then you have some people, including me, Mami Jollof, telling us, say, young guy Kodia time wa Kodia buy any perfect pa. Mami Jollof, so one tell you Kodia and Tisaba will be a Juana away and uncle baby out. Mama, no. Mama, me no to me no Becassa. Now me no Becassa and art is supposed to be. Mami Jollof, TMA. Those fans of Ghana Jollof, Muntieni ye na Muntieni ye. Mami Jollof. So what the sa Kodia young protected Kodia de na ba. Baomiana wa ye Juma ding amanu se omre media de no. Ebe chiaf and go home. Because the Oka said this is the perfect time to come and I'm into us here. And none of Pana who make it. I wanted to come on the page to say, Mommy, that is wrong. I think that let's push through Dr. Baumia's agenda first. And when we get there, you see, so probably she might also have a preference. This is not even a problem with me and her. I will never have a problem with her. I'm just telling her, say. Irrespective of the issue. When it comes to interest, sometimes fine. Mr. Marcus, I'm not even talking about interest. At this point, I'm not talking about interest. I'm talking about the party. Do you believe that that word, hurt our political party or no? Do you believe that? Sir, Obia, there be. Say yes, say Baumia conceding tea and you lose parliamentary tea to know. Do you believe, say, it had an impact on the party or no? Of course. Okay. People took some of these things to be that it was not a prudent decision. Exactly my point. And no to make us say, and no to say the American view. Justin Kodia is the General Secretary of MPP. Onimuse enya Baumia nkwa na ekotena ho ka say onko bio no munyai kan. You are following what is happening. Justin Kodia will not come out to make these confessions if he had not noticed that Dr. Baumia, irrespective of what they have done, will still come out tops. So let me make this now so that I can take some of the glory. Okay, so now he's trying to bath. You see, This is the but maybe but this is exactly this is exactly the reason why I cannot stand where Justin Kodua stands. Inti now na de or did this about me abe winning enti yenko cleaning no but onim said your car ye no obi dia 23 ma obe use again ba omi akopim de obi onim. That is my point. Again, you guys have just confirmed what I'm saying. And some voice way one kasa crank because they say no beka they say nti wa beka say oh sa ade na na say ba omianko an ekoye ye no sa na nye ba omianko an o na moye ni na na etena ase. Now tia, this is where I fault him. This is why I fault him. Okay? Ben this is why I fault him. This is why I fault him. As the General Secretary. A brand Crawford started say, oh, make it allegation. Now, the first thing you do is to put out a letter, Mr. Marcus. That is your job. You put up a letter to debunk that idea. Say, you write to debunk it. You don't stay mute. Now all of a sudden you are back. Same thing on the air with UTV. He will go outside and throw us to the wolves, come inside, and then all of a sudden he is now the caring General Secretary. I don't support that nonsense. I'm being honest here. I have nothing against Justin Kodua, but about the leadership, Justin Kodua has failed straight. Because to me, it does not make sense to say we are General Secretary. Asamba, I want to release a statement. Yet, some at the two candidates, so another party candidate, so one can say, what I am, and not do crocrum for mua, manabeya, dear woman, trimudada. I can't cry a kotwaba. Now you are coming to tell me, say, oh, it's okay now. Me and Mijina and also a Cody Kennedy, Nama Cody Kennedy, Chedi attempt. Me and me, a Cody Brian and T, Nama Cody Brian and Chedi attempt. Now, what can we at them? Can I now come back to Baumia? Come on, man. Some of these things, don't let us condone it. I love Mama Jolove to the bone of man. She knows it. She knows I love her. But when it comes to Justin Kodua, I will never agree with her. I will not. I will not. You can't release a statement to back your own candidate. What time I actually got to Papa? Now stakeholders were there. Everybody was there. Really? Any part in the things how we interview Mr. Marcus. Let's be fair. Since he's trying to be fair, he said let's be fair. How many people are even going to listen to this interview? How many of them are even going to know the truth?
His language will change. He will come talking as if nothing has happened. It's for us or the party leadership to rather accept what he's saying or not. Because I'm a politician. This is politics. It's for us to accept and or to Justin, by a politician, into his supporters. And what would they usually indicate in confidence? So 1 year or so, year, it's young for your life. So what 20 now? You want to give it some of our countries. I don't see anything wrong with this latest version of him. Because I'm a politician, you want to take advantage of the situation. And that is exactly what he's doing.
So,
into what he's doing. So you have punishing.
So good. So Sir Marcus, as somebody, I come to you when I need intellectual remedy. Muntie Masamo American pa. Muntie Masami. Me a general secretary. Me party oye na bem and papemu koso. Kenfu traba umi amene ba umi tra kenfu mene. Big na one na ye ni elusu ye na papa ne dia me say me and today let me say this here. Ye to abani we ye no me kosra me nkrofo bi. Uni ba ko ka kire me. Also we unipa ne dia said you so very bad word for amila ba umi. And that is what he used. I and I was like, I was so hurt. But only pan you'll be a meferino. I didn't even stay there for more than 10 minutes. And I'm a cool fee. Because your car far about me because of this action. Not your trainer coso. Now NDC for crane you so. NDC for you so. Now young kasa young crop for internally. And they say Baumia every way they get. To the point say, "Wunya aspirant, eko tenase, eko kase. We me and coming into. Ewo bra, case ni susi ye no. The whole party, ye defense ni say, seba wumi anya sa, ebi ankantokwa ni oye ne beba no, anke chen. Inti ba wumi abeji early concession, good. That should have been all our speeches. But because Justin Kodia and his leadership decided to keep mute, and allow the frenzy to go on, it did the damage it was supposed to do. And then today, all of a sudden, hey, sana nyaba umia krao. Hey, sana nyaba umia nkwa. Sana nkrofobi counts. That time the radio no wakasa obiati or the coder that is my problem. He does this thing every time and we give him a pass. And that is why he keeps doing it. Mr. Marcus, both you and I, we watched A+, such a riffraff, take party property, our party, a symbol, that's so, tear it on national TV. Justin Kodia, the Holy Catechist, goes to UTV, kneels down to beg them, and asks the police to prosecute those MPP boys. You come. Yawahani, I think, say, Omachi, AY, any, fancy comedy. And I'm telling you, the NDC is determined to set an example with AY and fancy comedy. I'm telling you now. Minim the America. Joyce Bawa, I said that to, I did say to a Bawa. What Jinamu said, as I say, you almost set a record with Ghana. That is what is happening. Tomunu be do case no home come on, make catch the ecoso. Yenya general secretary no ko gina baby. E dey no kan. Woman soma wo. Woman nim ho hwe. Ade e chen ye dey ayese onipa na wo se wan soma mo no, wa fesuma ase akwa lawyer say omo meboa AY no. Hello. Abonten no wa ma ya me se me kwa abonten se Marcus na ye ebo me ba. Me ko age me ba no. Me be fia ne bone ye na matia no. Me nkoka ho ma ya mboro me ba ni nku na bonte na me nso amade ma fie ma mesie no there be the kodua ya de na nya. Some of us need to get the balls and let him know so kodua na me no thought step by na ko best sound lie udina head na Kennedy Japan kan Mr. Marcus you reference Kennedy Japan head no kan hasn't kodua heard it doesn't kodua know the article 4 and the U of our constitution doesn't it know what it says about people who goes against the party. Have they been able to call him? They can't call him. They can't. But I brought you compared and Musa Walker can't tap a yes, hey, when you brought you and Fremont and I'll resign. Really? This interview was the worst interview Justin Kodia has done. And this actually shows how hypocrite he is. Because on to me can't tell me when who say the Omo can you know so damage into that's the perfect time to come out. It's already late. It's already late. It's already late because to me can't be say obi the on card your baby and abronye the can be there sebi obunko hangi abronye. Anyways, Mr. Marcus, sorry, give me your submission. What now obi and can be fache me. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Any action that you take, read, and we are free to interpret it leaders, Army in particular. Just a very nice, knowledgeable individual, one of the youngest that we two are right to such positions. I keep on saying that do not, despite the achievements that you have not achieved yourself, little achievement of people you have not gotten or received, don't belittle it. I mean, that's my principle. If you are way in this part, I appreciate it. But it will be to challenge and I don't need to be the soothsayer. The requirements or what it takes, the ability. Secretary of a party. Justin likes the power. He lacks that energy and the potential to act effectively to achieve results. And it is clear. So Obi, including Yama Major, Obi defending now, it goes beyond the welfare of the party by a pure personal interest. And one of the we can disagree and then let people know the reason why. So be antenna let people know the reason why we think say you win the power. Somebody like Justin, there's no power. Not telling you serious. You're serious. Man could be no mechanism. So one guy's idea today, yeah. When you pay a dinner, in Bruno's man, second support with ya. Men should share any uncle, Wabi, uncle. But only near the Yabayan personal to the point that people doing the pardon and penance. I listened to the interview. The way he even answered the questions, I made them in the pet. And that Shadow will be so there. This is what the NDC has asked. This is their idea to make sure that they disintegrate the NPP. Also, to me, there's nothing wrong with that because they are politicians. Now, well, what are you even saying?
How?
To you, there's nothing wrong with that because they are politicians. It won't go NPP party. It or represent who? The number one spokesperson that can generate the news for us to follow. But even now, on your build another number no waba. You may feel that let's put all our energies towards pushing through Dr. Baume's agenda. Maybe I'm the your boss life permanent period been ya chill central your order your permanent for that office. No room boy as a part. Because I won't go from some way why you go papa. There are people who defend it. Then you say a particle. Young why Justin could be a point. Should seize Samelon Pop party in Papa. Into the party not whether that.
Long time.
Why you do let us not belabor the point. Remember that. Ya Bob Wanama, ya permanent work of fee. We are your way to put Mobby in a permanent. Just and then your back and answer grammar wako, my own.
All right. But that's it.
But some people, and you be me by education can create by education can create. Now you share the my brother. Your AEB secretary phone and check where mom or fund demagogue politics. Meaning so phone one and education can create.
I'll find it.
Monday, I'm your case will be the quality. And the papa can read Japan nature. Why should know who you know who there? What the not generally jago. Yeah, at the paper being a waped over here. Now, the reader, I don't know if you can help me go through it quickly.
Yeah.
A small note. When you Google demagogue politics,
yeah,
information will hop up.
I'll say, okay, I will use the. Sorry. So let me use the. Do you hear me now? Etimenka now. Mr. Marcus, Etimenka. Okay, so demagogue in politics is like they first talk about the character. So it's a leader who gains power by manipulating people's emotions, prejudices, and fears, and often using often using inflammatory rhetorics, false promises, and scapegoating instead of rational argument to turn the populace against elites or other groups, thereby undermining reasoned debate and democratic norms. They appeal to desire and prejudice, creating division by framing issues as existential threats, promising easy solutions, and presenting themselves as the sole savior of the common people against corrupt insiders. So that is what the is. So it says, in terms of emotional appeal, it focuses on stirring up passions into anger, fear, resentment, rather than logic. In terms of scapegoating, blames specific outgroups or elites for societal problems. False claims and promises. It says it makes misleading statements or grand, unfulfillable promises for political gain. Divisiveness, they say, create an us versus them mentality, contrasting the pure people with corrupt enemies. Anti-establishment, they are always anti-establishment. Positions themselves as an outsider, fighting against corrupt systems, often challenging democratic norms. They said they are Canadian Japan where you are. It was only the onka MPP home no munyae on the non kahon so now our contract to non kahon. All right, and now rhetorical skills, and this one is actually true. It's so true of Kennedy. Or say uses powerful, charismatic oratory to rally crowds, even if their substance is lacking. Into the Okanyan say Nimukrano Kata Yaba Yaba Chomini Nagum. Wenum, what may I crom for and prefer any other fire betting crom for good. You know, that is what you get for what you asked me to search for, sir. You can go on with your lecture, sir. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And destroy their nations because they don't have the capabilities. These are people who think that there's a crisis and therefore we must take advantage and destroy them all for their own parochial. That is underlined, for their own interest. Now, interesting, MPP, a group of people are. I answer who to the point that he is in the wrong group. Mm-hmm. So no, the NDC man in their quest to champion hooliganism and then populism. But in the MPP, when there's a crisis, when there are issues to deal with, what's it? Nyansa Paul with son of Bajunaba. To be Biara Bunhun, Ordinance Bonakoko. Now, MPP is stealing like there's no tomorrow. And now, one mama, Quinamon for Mokudent. Mokudent, Mofama Sa, Gan and Abrabo. Mana, Elobanya Moko is a bit toothpaste, Mawabaya Badu, yes. And they tap into the emotions of the people. Most of the people who are following him, they think that their warfare is in the hands of somebody and that person didn't provide it. Mm-hmm. Therefore, there's a self-acclaimed savior. Let us use our reason. MPP. Now, politics, this one, it happened, 13th century politics. It is 2025 in the midst of an elitist group. And the last point is that Mr. Mahama has used it and he realized he has been successful. Mr. Mahama to Ghana for him. Okay, on there. Or Obama from Punching who was secondary school. Obama on yogurt, Obama on ice cream, Obama Biare Jumaye. Naya to Abaman, Nyansenina no position at the Pepe Biara Kupa year no year. Also 10 billion. 10 billion. Nalopone flagship project. Also we have 4 billion. or the 24 hour. Into any 10 billion. Not the Yansenipa as you claim you were in opposition. Na many panda, Emanyans upon Dana, Debiana Chuban, Kong. What I say, Hannah money no. Want to abandon the Yambajima, had the Magan and coffee button. A burn will be up here. Messica Bomanum, atom 10 billion. You use it to subsidize your currency when it does not even reflect. Into Sarokotuaba, now you listen to the rhetoric when they play with your emotions. And anybody who uses that strategy, because only you don't need solutions to the problem, but they can stir up your emotions and get your power and come and destroy for their own parochial interest. And the Masamahama, Ghana for bedo, over the snoom, over the lights, on fun of home, and such people, they have brazen characters. When we say brazen, after all, I mean, all you follow my side people, you're back bread. On into the year 24. Yearly to farm MP people walk to a better. The future of our country depends on you by first electing Dr. Baumia, and Ghanaians will give him the support to save our nation from this nation record. From this rubbish that we have put in parliament. From this presidency of insipid leadership. Just a year ago, Ghanaians were hoodwinked. What had done? In the government, they will go to Monkawas. What politician be to have maybe their good. MPP, may make the mistake. Number 3, no solution. No 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. His Excellency Dr. Baumia. Number 1. My uncle and a man, the Yen, Mashram. That's it. Now, Queen Jesma.
But that's a pa, Marcus. Ben, also Kaka Crane, I mean to me, sorry, so. Ben, me pacho Kaka Crane, I mean to me, sorry, so why? Remi Nana. Ben, what's a menka? Ben. Number chop a week as a Kakrana mean to me kawai. Kakakrana mean to me sorry so. So.
Bluetooth mode. NDC now is trying to break MPP party down. It's time I was here, sorry. Maybe I'm a cassette. Any Kennedy, anyway. We all know from Akodaka, and I'm in a baby cassa. And I'm a catching saying, Obiani, you planet Hawaiian cassette. MPP Lucian, though, appointees need be behavior and they may be uncle, it was a long term thing for planning and almost share penny for Nibiachi. For some time, she'll quite be an Alan, and in call for the MPP air faso. She'll quite Kennedy and in call for the MPP air faso. She'll quite Bonia or Modi a faso. No, all because nobody say, and then on the Mahama Moye, or move, she said, on bet snap, penny for the really and quite is it's dear pan a woman Hamatima or push you to destroy MPP party. And there's MPP office near Kudu. She acquire more facile, and there's not to Shina Mayor by a granny maid, not to Shina Mano cancer from the same people. Party of free more. Oh, it was agenda and this for 30 years. Now, so much sebi penny for him and common Jilly Quachia. There is no way I come hand the power, hand it over, and I'm not in this. Yeah, people funny the power my in this.
Oh, yes.
It's for my mini, or my mini ABAN.
Yeah.
Yeah, near the power mao. Because you keep people, you keep members, and go down your which man people, no sorry TNPP. No more share in this. Nkadian pa na beba lunch na matini ne ko na kasa e de tia NPP e di ba o mi atem e di na na do dan kwa bufa do atem didn't pan a paper. And then on agenda NDC pushy. So on agenda will pushy. Move pushy. Or my hacky system. What the old social media now? Some people are sending to only a 10 and I shall like and followers. They share the other 20 a boy in this about shall like followers. Or my hacky system, or my system, or my just they are in power, they are in government. They are Kuta system. It is a way they are doing to another point to one. They have a way to suppress it and go viral. As a big no man, no be a shitty. Me, I have people in Igbo who they tell you are, or who are at the body, or say Bahama is well in Ghana.
Yeah.
All in the names of my commercial system.
System.
Yeah, Mama won't prepare no mobile. And now go no mobile or Ghana. Or prepare you. Now you have the power, your power, you could to me. You're champion digital. Yet meet some George, where I had a fusion and creating work. No, dear Kufado at them. Video be an American cousin. Say, how you share video be. Now, cannot say photo show to the photo name. The Imam was the no good as a candy. And I know President Kufado chain. And on mobile video, and say, hey, and then no one say, Muslim for more papa, and I send them Kufado to way. Some call this can 20 minimum. And I make us say, share okay video, but that's for not make why the cousin. On a send the video, the man has okay side video way. President Kufado power. This video was going viral, and you guys were laughing. You were happy. And government agencies are in charge of digitalization. My system, we need to source our video. And my video need to viral. And I said, most of the people make 200 and something K, and I like it.
Okay.
What power?
I'm quite yourself.
And there will be video. No matter who give my hammer, say President Mahama. You will see. On the first video, the moment my video can go viral. This show say Ampadia. Oma ye very say Omo Fagana for no. Omo Fagana this forever. Omo Fagana this forever. So let's focus for actually NBC mini power. Phone or kotoye. Phone it was $10,000 something dollars. And kotoye. Now sa phone could read it. Sa phone niema obeti media as communications minister or then the presidency. Could read niema obeti this phone na. And niema obeti hack obeti media hacking. So obeti media question. People were talking about it. You think of a story. No, I got off from $10,000. No, could can take it. Would be other phone here. And so called digitalization by Ghana. Yeah, my point made this food to be taking over social media everywhere. Will be any chair for the president because of perception. Someone can go LPT, who can go social media, and some more can. Near to go near for yourself digitalization, and then. Now, almost the side digitalization, prayer. And it is MPP party, no. You see, it's an Alan to war. Nothing, my agenda today. Return the bar. On finding someone at Tasso. Now, we see. Say, Yakuma Papa, say no, but so be a president, pa. And don't find someone at us. And to wait and now, Koraben or Ghana, would they say, would the Mahama Kujana, the Alan Chapati Kujana, or better Baba and Chapati Mahama.
And yet, I'm fine. I'm not cramming to Mama.
Now, all you know, be said, but put the word about fine or so you did.
No, or Senator.
What I was showing what I could do it. Mahama be the elder convoy, and I will go to the Mahama will do away. Who can't was say? Or more catches I didn't ask Santa for episode of your woman, no money, some president. I shouldn't get Jack high.
It's true.
Now, we say what James Obama will contact. I can say more about powerful to be president. I shouldn't get now. Can I didn't ask Santa for any man, the president. Who are something who could be Mahama? I'm not preaching tribalism here, but I'm referring to as someone will be kind. And almost 1 million question as minute. And no talk, no convince in the data. And then that way, that barrier Kufado was IDP, you were working against that Kufado. Now this is your better so. And no way, IDP before Shaka won't be copy. Now this is just And then the agenda she pushing now said, I must take over Ghana. And the Ghana, you almost pen on bay. You almost pet on bay. MPP party, a book down for before. Watch it, I mean, look at them, look at the need for it for one name, or to come new system, or new idea, or between up, or we not planning or which president for Fado. You see the whole world, in many theaters, I mean, but the president, and who JJ Rollins, you will pay them for you are time with you, Mamma, you put myself, President about play Ghana history, President Fado. On one point is, in the Gina Siakonia, on one point is, or more pay lawyer, exactly, man, or more, yes, no loyalty towards his friends, no, upon lawyer, that you down found to do. Maybe 3 years to pay your own best friend. Can they buy your best friend? Today, where are they? These people, can they even come out to defend you?
Oh my Johnny cry. Oh my Johnny.
Yeah, what's the name? So be any, but what's the name? No, would receive information. Mahama. Now, Mrs. Uncle for the normal to what? The third, me catch and papa, me say, and then MPP for authority and this MPP almost to where now, almost. Say, Mahama Tete, we see they are pushing what they can, and Tete make it to one person will take over forever.
So they are changing it to 6. They are changing it to 6 years straight.
They are pushing. When we catch madam, we catch papa, we catch bra, and then why for the business? Could do upon Corona, could do upon said they want to push it forever. They say, Mahama person won't forever. Breaking MPP. They want to break MPP. It's what I said. On number 10, they Japan, Namua, or to try and take the cancer. What I said, only there, only the oil. Only quite only my dear, but only the shade, only the oil. Then I make a show.
No, I think
there's no way. There is no way the Honorable Kennedy Japan, as experienced politician like him, will come and insult or maybe will feel it or money patch room on Yenis for just or Yenikeke. He knows what he's doing. Only a dako, and more than it to work. Will be a up with the other people. He knows what he's doing.
Martimini Aben. That's it.
MPP are being by somebody. He was only one president to buy every year, no, the whole Ghana.
Yeah.
Project. Look at his age. Oh, no, or mine, neighbor for council, near me, person, near me, or near me, person, to an mobile, and person, and before we go pay. Look at how old Nanado defended my Kokoya, my position was the Kama Bambabi. My Bambabi in there. A Bambabi was virtually dying. No, young Kaka. Hey, every will. Yes, maybe your mind. And if you just not a cash any chairman and a session, and do one year of Muchini. Mahama be jam the country IP address is a thing. Who brought that IP address?
I do why now.
What is our buying?
I do why.
A Dubuahi, and the Kufa to Kofan buy out in the Beba or Bay or Man. She can be over to come up with the Kufa that don't have to begin the man or their system. One government, look at initiative, good initiative on the Ghana. I let Mahama be job and now Ghana has this then a fitting and a bit or I don't know any first time president, one cat or by what people say, government need be a cricket, be a reality, and in a senior party at all. To a bose and the home into a also one government, let me set you good initiative. Ghana point near game penny point near as Soviet up MPP.
Nothing.
Of Anconsa, when we will be a Kodaya would be quick to and then the almost social media, Bahama. Kaswa point me the quarantine, some and Ghana, the quarantine time. Man, and I will say that all 2000. I can't idea. Echo was for Cayuna, the vampire say, about hope for body or bet to us. Now, Mr. Papa, why some okay said you didn't. Professional Jimmy courses for Ghana. I don't because any pay, Papa Penny is who. I don't say it can't pay the course. The Gabet and I are probably waiting my baby. You know, I mean, you know, wait, you might. I have already a better day with the waiting. And you know, I'm saying to be a course and a bad thing. Michelle Campus and who free, your force, who free airport air, barber, father, falabati. Yeah, I remember the ticket girl, your man, let me know. MPP, over tons as soon as you have found some Tony na Mancasa. Saturday, the Toban and Yidi. Your Toban and Mimi Frigana, July, Frigana. Before that, March, you know what you came by. You will be my thing, and then we send a machine, Yamahama by 3-4 months, Jano machine than you. Yeah, now the same girl now, I'm saying, then it's Jan Quasha Samono. And now when you take a move about land, your catching said, the father tone land with Yama, a Kofono music. A bunch of Mahama did 3 months, I'll be sitting with you now. You can't write it. So, Oma, foot to not say, Kufa, meaning Kopo Tongana, Sassim, almost. A Bible moves a year to my Daniel, or yes, should have put that after the Mahama.
That's it. That's me. But as me fancy ana eja mintumi sorry so nkope nsuo bi engumi minim na mabre nyame adoma nyame adoma eyi Monday me pacho be no ni bibi to get my number na dey aben say one TikTok ya inbox no jame wo no WhatsApp number me save na me na message you why me pacho me save na message you why. Don't worry. I no cry they only have. And the here say we do we do go to your friend say why is say akwesi me wa and one here why we do another friend and I say they say oh baba background match need do as anyways we order we me number no na we found number and send me now the let's talk a brand new one why me cry me to cry me prepare say World Cup because Martin say Ghana for no be bi wa me pekwan because mo beba ne de say mo kakra yin ebetumi keep on yetumi keep on wa ebre bi a pope ba e ma ne be bob no World Cup wa no sa guess intina mo de no mbe ko afi no mo ko yo awe anko mu nya anka we on be sen aba ti say ne de because we your opportunity na ma ya mo de yan ko to Mexico di anka yewu nto mo de ato as they say Canada ni US and a Ghana best station. They say Ghana be bomb matches ni now Canada ni US. And they good pa. Onyame ti sufre. We John Mahama good luck back no. Good luck back or the ABAN no. Oh we all right, Martinia. You make us hati. You make us. You where you need job? Why? Okay. Yeah. Now, you say ticket to this when you grow. Ticket to $2,000. Cheap one. Cheap one. Crowd woman here $560 for one game. $560 for one game. Ghana, you know. And so open with me tonight, baby. So they started from $2,000 to $5,000. Same thing ya abrofo na ko park no na o make o di 2000 ya ko bo dan ya so we manfe e den ado ko hebo oh yeah thanks what they say it's close to Arlington intino. Yeah, I'm like that's okay. All right, mini intino o there let's talk why Agosia Mami Agosia the say hope say you are okay. Me church will be a me do be as well say mutimi join here TikTok for Mr. SKB TV, Chairman Abronye, Omni now like woman yanko support to us. So don't forget to say and the Diva Show, Beba so Felicia and Enin for Felicia Enin for the program no Beba so a RD show, sister Rita on the show no Beba so until yes more support to more support to call Ochina and then Maria enche in about 1 hour. Munshia me ewo Accounts Unite X space. Yene Accounts Unite be din komo ewo X so. With the money na ase, unyame ente na nimu enche mo no nyu bi akese. Bye bye.